Wear that shirt.
Yeah. Who wants to talk first?
It's really great to be here tonight. It's a shitty, rainy night on the way here for me, but all is well now. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks for coming.
I'm glad you guys are here with
voice. Ready to start talking.
Welcome. Yeah, you know, I'm always on that black people time, you know, just show up 30 minutes after the fact.
I mean, you did pull the rock star.
You know, but I got my legit reasons, though.
You got to turn that volume off your phone, Jeff. What you been doing, Josh?
Working, living, doing good.
Playing music.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did y'all? So it's Sam. So we got the Sam Donald group. Peddlers. What do we call them? What is this?
We haven't figured it out.
We've been trying to figure that out.
You gotta bring the mic up.
Oh, we've been trying to figure that out.
Sam Donald and the No Names.
Biscuit Boys.
Yeah, the Biscuit Boys.
So
we've been trying to come up with a Sam Donald and the. So if there's any good suggestions, we've thrown around a few ideas.
All right, let's hear them. Let's go around and hear them.
Well, we Delta Smoke.
We like
one of them.
Delta Smoke.
Something like almost like Bob Seger and the Silver Bullets kind of thing. I can't remember what it was, but it was something along those lines, man. I can't do. We always in the band.
We've actually said thousands of things joking around.
Sam Donald and the Deaf.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean,
So the story behind that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get your mic.
Oh, yeah. So the story behind that is the Sprinter takes death, obviously a diesel engine, and so we had no idea what to do with this stuff, and basically driving around trying to figure out where death is and where do you put it and how much do you put in it, and so that's
Ain't that blue stuff in that box?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what to do with it either.
Yeah.
Or the pump sometimes.
Yeah. So it was a pretty interesting time. So it was some good laughs.
Sam Donald and the Deaf.
All right.
It's settled.
All right, guys, if you're in here, share it, mom, whatever. We're about to get into this show. Who in the heck is Sam Donald? And why am I here with 6 dudes?
By the way, is this family friendly? Because I sure have been not saying.
My whole family's watching.
I hope this is unfiltered.
Are they?
Music up loud. Magnolia Room Speakeasy. Airbnbbosses. Drinx. Shout out to John. Direct Auto. Go see Michael West. Collision Depot. They will fix and repair to the highest standard. The District Coffee Company, downtown Ocean Springs, and the new location, Pascagoula.
We offer home, auto, commercial, builders, whips, and life insurance.
Oliver's good.
Oliver Shots Insurance.
Should have kept it.
Yeah.
I thought
that was Jay-Z.
I really thought about getting another platinum tooth. Would you rock it? Yeah.
Bro, you should get a whole grill, man. Look at you.
All right. Guys, we have a great episode. We have some local rock stars here on the podcast. Majority of y'all have been in quite a few bands, correct? So, y'all, I mean, have you been in a bunch of bands?
Early on, it's been probably 20 plus years.
So y'all well seasoned.
Very well seasoned.
Like good steak.
All right,
I'm tired.
You're what?
I'm tired of it.
Well, you can also go check out Fly Llama and Josh will throw you a few beers.
Yes, I will. Mm-hmm.
But they're $10 a piece.
Oh, I ain't
Tip your
counting
bartenders.
Not that much.
I think Fly Llama beer is about $15 a beer, right?
$5 for more than half
it's been
of them.
nice knowing Flying Llama because them prices for the drive them out the city, bro.
All right, let's go into Sam. I knew you through Whiskey Kiss.
Right.
I'd go watch you at the Chill. You're rocking just a costume that you put on. You put on a show, it was one of my favorite things to go to the Chill and hang out with the boys, because you know the one thing about the Chill is everybody can agree about this. You have to put on a performance at the Chill. You can't just stay there and just, you know what I mean? You got that blue stage. You got to throw it down.
Right.
How did you get to becoming Sam Donald artist? I mean, at the time you were a guitarist. I mean, I know you did a little vocals for songs, but what made you go, I'm going to go on my own. I'm going to be Sam Donald.
Just really, I've always wrote songs since I was in high school. So, I mean, I'm glad that, the tight pants came up first. The first thing we talked about was wearing spandex, but, yeah, I mean, it just, that's kind of it, man. I've always wrote songs. I've always had a love for writing songs. And once I kind of stepped out of doing the Whiskey Kiss thing, I just kind of went out and just started writing, putting stuff out and seeing what happened, you know.
On these mics, I bring up a little bit with the live. It just, with the live, it gets soft. Cam and Kane Roberts, you know what y'all did in my last podcast when you didn't talk into the mics.
My bad. I'll get it.
But no, so how many gigs were you doing at the time? Were you gigging 2 days a week or 5 days a week?
In Whiskey Kiss?
Yeah.
Like 250 gigs a year, I think. I mean, we'd do like 2 weeks straight sometimes.
Hey, Jeannie.
Hey, Janie.
Huh?
Sorry, dude.
Oh, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it. Look, don't worry about it. So 250 gigs?
Yeah, I mean, I've been probably doing 200 gigs a year since I used to play in a band called Waiting for Brantley, and that's when the gigging started getting real heavy for me, probably. And
You were in that band? I've seen that band a couple times.
Waiting for Brantley.
Yeah. Like Looking for Juice and all them around the Thunders?
Yep.
Oh, I used to go to Thunders all the time.
About that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Derek watches the show.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Thunders was a spot.
Yeah, we played there with Looking for Juice, actually.
I think I was there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I was there.
It was like 2007, maybe.
You know, I remember this
That was
because
my second band.
we used to
not my first
pregame
band.
at was it the 50 cent or 25 cent at the bowling alley? We would pregame there and then go see y'all.
Okay.
Remember
I wasn't living on the coast then. That's when I was living in Laurel, but we came down here because Looking for Juice was a coast band. And I think we got a gig with them at Thunders. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
It was them or
So
Subtle Shot or Catharist. I can't remember, man. It was one of those bands.
So Spanish Trails is in Gaucher. It's like behind Shell Landing. And at the time, you get like 50-cent beers. So that everybody would we would pregame at Spanish Trails because we didn't want to spend tons of money. And yeah, we would do that, and then we would wait till Thunders kicks off, and we were already pretty drunk, and we'd go to Thunders, and I would stay there all night. Don't know how I made it. I mean, at the time there was Uber, so I Ubered.
Yeah.
No.
I was about to say, wait.
Like many nights at the Celtic back.
I don't even think there was taxis back then.
Kevin Harris is in the room, and he remembers all these.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't his girlfriend work there?
Celtic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes
At Thunders?
No, I wish Thunders would come back.
I think Brandy used to.
Oh
work
yeah.
there. Brandy. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to yeah, I knew that band. Yeah, because like at that time I was like in between Looking for Juice and then I was into the whole Benji Davis project.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd go to the Shed too.
Yeah.
That was really good music back then.
Man,
Yeah.
this scene was popping back then, dude.
It
Somebody
was
just talking about that on social media, on Facebook or something, saying that they missed and they named Thunders as one of
the
places.
Thunders days were wild, man. Those shows
Just
were
so many bands and just so many different types of music going on at that time, man. It was just
And it was affordable.
It was. I mean, dude, like Katrina. Well,
unless you were in the band.
those
I was in middle
packs
school
and-
when that was going on.
Yeah. Josh is
Did you sneak out? Did your dad let you sneak out and go to the bars or
No,
what?
I didn't do any of that.
he was just getting started.
Just getting started.
I wish I had his dad on the pod. I want his dad on the podcast. His dad teaches yoga. Chris, I used to own a mattress store in Gaucher called Mattress by Appointment, and I idolized his dad for his commercials. So I used to do I used to mimic and like shark costumes. I was Bob Ross on a few commercials.
That's what it would be.
Yeah, and I did like the it was like the ladies' man with robe style,
Yeah.
and I'd have the mattress squeak. If you need a mattress. But all right, so you went in. Was it 2 decades you've been running? Just gigging almost 4 or 5 times a week?
Yeah, I mean, I started in high school, I had a couple garage bands, and then yeah, I did my first band right out of high school. We started and we played for 4 years, and then after that, I joined Waiting for Brantley, and that's when things kind of got the most serious.
Did you do it for like girls? What inspired you to even pick up a guitar?
I mean, both of my brothers played. I just grew up. I picked it up when I was about 12, so it was a little before girls.
Okay.
You know, but my grandfather played too. I was just always around it, you know, and I just kind of always loved it. I was a big baseball guy at first, and then once that went away, it was like, all right,
I've noticed that about you and Josh when y'all been hanging out here. Y'all both keep picking up a guitar. I've been noticing that. Y'all like randomly.
It's the same way when we're out on the road too. We're like always fighting over mine. Either he's got it or I do, or he's got his banjo.
Or my banjo.
Okay, so you did the run with Kiss. Let's get into Josh. Since you're here, what was your first band?
It was Magnolia Bayou with Cedric right here.
Okay.
So yeah, we did that right out of high school, and did that for 8 years. Or I was in it for 8 years. You were in it for what? 5 of those 8 years. So did that and ran its course. You know how bands.
Heck
do.
of a first band though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go watch my first band. It's pretty...
These guys too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're I mean I went to what was it? Reno's.
Oh yeah.
And watch y'all play. I had a great also big into one thing. I'm big into performance.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do not want like country, like that's what I'm saying. Y'all have like a country rock style. That's what I love. Because don't get me wrong, I like the folk, I like that kind of feel, but it only lasts so long, right? I mean, you want people dancing on the floor, feeling the music. You don't want people sad all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, it's because people have I think one of the most beautiful. I'm a big I love music. Like I when I get up in the morning, I always start my mornings where they're pretty rough. I live in my head, so like music right off the bat. But normally it's like Odessa, Rufus, EDM. I'm fist pumping the whole time. But now I was telling him I've been hooked in it y'all's playlist. So and I was telling him one thing when I know I like a band is when I don't skip their playlist, when I let it just play. And that is important.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that band where you have one hit. Nobody wants to be the one hit and then you listen to it over and over again, but you can just move down the list.
Right.
And it seems like, how long y'all been together?
I've been writing the Sam Donald stuff for 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years now.
Something like that. And they've been with me for
Collected a little under a year.
yeah, this
It's been
group right
for
here.
Cedric and-
Yeah, Cedric,
Started.
he plays in Class Kings with me too. So Cedric's been
In like a year, probably.
It's over, yeah.
I want to say.
yeah, probably
So May of 20
probably 2 years. I mean, I think you've been playing with us for a year and a half at least.
Yeah.
Is there
So-
like a dating site or like a bandmate site for how y'all meet each other?
Really, I met Sam through him. And, I mean, it really it's just all a big melting pot down here, man. Like everybody plays, but not everybody knew everybody. And like, oh, I knew of this person, and then like, oh, you should come jam.
And we played with Magnolia Bayou
Yeah,
once too. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was actually the one and only time I met Nika. Actually, when they opened for us at the Juke, that was what 2022.
Yep.
I wanna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Class Kings, yeah.
All right, he was a badass drummer for
He
sure.
was, man.
Now it's like that the Easter egg you put on like your guitar has his name on it. Yeah, that's like an Easter egg. He was he put on a performance.
he was awesome, man. He was always
Super friendly, just talk there, like get off stage, take a break, hug everybody.
yeah, he was always the nice guy. He was always super friendly. Everybody always
Yeah.
loved Nick, man. So he
Well, y'all
that's
don't-
why I keep him on my guitar, man. I like to look down when I'm playing sometimes, and I'll just think about him, because
Cool.
he.
One thing I enjoyed about y'all, like y'all didn't have ego. Like y'all wasn't like y'all when you were in that with Kiss and y'all wasn't rude. You're
Right,
fucking
yeah.
part of the party.
Yeah, usually, right in the middle of it, usually. So
And that goes for y'all. I mean, that's what I've really enjoyed your music, and I think that's why y'all are starting to really start seeing success. And then we got Jeff over here grabs his phone. So can we get into? I mean, you did a video that I really love with John Reyes. Was it John Reyes that did one of your first videos on YouTube? Who did that? Like,
JB Lawrence.
JB Lawrence, cinematic style. When
Yeah.
you're running in the creek.
Yeah,
What's so dope?
he was
That
on
was a dope video.
He was on Jeff's back. I've got an actual video.
Is there a video that I can see of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind the scenes kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'll put it out later.
Oh, gotcha.
it looks
It's on.
really funny.
It's pretty good.
All right. So when you, it's got to been. So when you create the Sam Donald, which is your name,
Right.
So when you created
Not
that,
Sammy Six.
you see that? Sammy Six is retired. Okay.
He's retired. The spandex are in the back of the closet now.
But if you got to still keep that a part of your performance. That's
The spandex?
well, I mean, you don't have to. No, but it's saying putting on like a show and being like a.
For sure.
I mean, it's important.
That's always been a part of my thing. It's just, I've always really been into what I'm doing when I play. I've always been pretty passionate.
To
about
me, you
playing.
reminded me of Wes from Limp Bizkit. The way you would always play,
Oh yeah,
like the way you'd play, not like the face paint, but like the way you would play.
right. Yeah,
Like you would draw. The crowd would come see you because you would be on stage and putting on performance.
yeah,
That's very important.
for sure.
I don't know how to play shit. I mean, I did semisonic on a keyboard once. I wanted a place. Yeah, no, closing time. I wanted a
It's a
PlayStation,
great song.
and my mom, I woke up from Santa, brought me a Yamaha keyboard, and my brother played music. My grandfather played banjo. Oh, I'll put it on later.
Okay.
I don't have it added in, but my brother Michael, I mean, he used to play with Brad back in the day and all the Escataba boys. Like he played CPR Fest. My brother played CPR Fest in like early 2000s, late 90s. He's that golden child. We call him the golden child. So he knows like how to hear music, play every instrument. He's
Savant kind of thing.
yeah. So he made a perfect score on his ACT.
Mhm.
My mom liked him way more than me. But we'd all sit together, and that was our family thing. It was just like sit around, and we had a barn, and I remember him teaching me chords to play semisonic, and he was in that kind of like Collective Souls era.
Yeah, all right.
That was his kind of thing, like very like trying to win the girls over.
Right. Semisonic. I do it every time, man.
So can you remember your first Sam Donald gig?
Frank Foster.
Yep.
I was thinking back because we had a gig
I got a good video of that too.
years back before everything happened with Nick, and we had a gig with Joe Nichols in Hattiesburg, and that was my first thought, but it got rained out, so we
Hurricane. We had like a mini hurricane that swamped the whole.
it got canceled. So we played with Frank Foster at Brewski's in Hattiesburg.
Sold out. It was awesome.
I met him at the Crawfish Festival.
Dude, he's
Really nice guy.
super nice guy. He hung out during our sound check.
He was
We told him it was our first gig, and he was just like,
he was the first person I ever seen bring in like 1,000+ people with him.
yeah,
That's Frank Foster. Like he brings. That's when you're making like when you bring a crowd like that. Like
yeah,
I'll look over the Crawfish Festival and he's playing. And all of a sudden, it's like everybody's wearing. I'll talk to his merch guy, and he strictly does his merch. And he's like, you have no idea, like our merch, like they live pretty much off of merch because he's got such a cult following with the way he treats his fans.
Right.
And he's another one that puts on a performance.
he did definitely. He's a great front man.
You're on contact?
I hadn't talked to him since the show. But he plays at Brewski's all the time. So hopefully next time he comes to town, will let us do it again. I think we're probably a little further along than we probably were that first show. So we yeah, that's another thing. So we've just come. Actually, we had some different guys, but this was before Josh and Cedric joined up with us, and the guys that were playing with me were all guys that I went to high school that played with Frank Foster, and they those guys have jobs and families and stuff like that, and it didn't work out for them to play with me or whatever. And that's when Cedric and Josh came in, and Jeremy started playing the real pedal steel. He was playing it like on his keyboard before.
What in the
which it
hell is a
sounded-
pedal still?
Like Jordan.
But
What is it, or where is it?
Father Jeremy.
I just told you, I don't even know how to play a keyboard.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it-
first of all,
The first song he learned was
preface this-
Semisonic. So
the song preface the story by telling him like he bought an expensive pedal steel, didn't even know how to play it.
That's
First
a good
of all,
story.
Jeremy?
man, you can tell your story like that. I just wanted to lead off.
Oh, you went all in.
Yeah, he did.
That was-
Dude, and it's-
that was a good
yeah,
story.
Well,
it's
that's the
not-
thing. So we, when first of all, how all this happened is, so we were playing with some guys, some good friends, and actually Sam grew up with all these guys from Jackson, and
since 10th grade, like we all went to the same high school.
yeah, and so the whole weird thing about like my part of the story is kind of weird, just because of the fact that I was hanging out with these guys through COVID. It was like 3 years in, and they all jammed, and all I was doing was I was just going to run sound for them if they played locally. And I actually had this older keyboard, recorded a few things just messing around, and they were like, no, I mean, you don't need to run sound, just play keys, just play some organ parts, do whatever. And we were just sitting around messing, almost like a bunch of old guys playing cards on Wednesday night. And that's what we did. We would just show up and just jam and play old cover songs. And we go in one night, and one of the guys is just like, hey, do you know Sam Donald? And I was like, yeah, he's the guy who has a Drive video out. And that's how, but I had met him actually playing at a party, and he was doing a solo thing. And that was the first time I met him. I mean, it was just like, hey, how's it going? And then he was like, well, he's got this project going on, and he needs a backing band. Is that something that we would all collectively be interested in doing? And it was just like, I mean, I can't offer that guy anything. I mean, I don't even know how to play this keyboard, let alone, Yeah. And so luckily I had this chord keyboard that had, this joystick on it, and it actually had a pedal steel preset in it. And so I started listening to all of his stuff, and he came over at least so I could, I don't know. And the first time I was like, this is just not going to work. I don't have anything I can offer this guy. I mean, he's got videos out. He has great songs. All I'm just going to do is tear this up. And the next thing I know, that was like March of 23. It was right before, it was right around the time you had recorded Make You Want God, but it wasn't even released yet.
Right. Yeah. It was before it really did anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I remember him sitting on the back porch and we were talking
Kevin
about
said,
it.
Throw something.
He's like,
I see.
he's like, I made this, we made this video and sent it out. We'll see what it does. And next thing you know, this thing is just blowing the hell up. And it's like, oh my God, this is going to be a mess. Next thing you know, he tells us, hey, we got a show with Frank Foster. And I'm like, this is, man, no pressure. This is just, and so standing up and playing in front of a packed house, I was playing this stuff with a keyboard. And after that show, I was like,
You figured it out. I mean, it sounded good,
yeah,
but it's not as good as, the real thing.
But so anyway, just to make the story a little shorter, not take too much time in it, like Cedric said,
You got all the time in the fucking world.
I looked up, I bought this I paid a couple grand for this guitar I didn't know anything about, and it was the cheapest thing I could find, and it actually fell apart after the first show we played.
Did it really?
Yeah. Well, look, I had been playing. Okay, so
It's
here's
like a $2,000 thing
here's-
just fell apart.
Yeah, here's the no pressure, right? So anybody who, and I hate to say this, but anybody who ever buys a growler guitar, I am so sorry. Don't do it. Save your money. Get something decent. I was playing.
Dang.
After
There goes that endorsement.
After our first gig, no, that should not endorse anything. I mean, that's something like you should buy your, I don't know. That was the worst investment, talking about buyer's remorse. But the first show that we actually played, I had only been playing, 2 months, and it was with Josh Malloy. And went out and actually played with this thing.
dude, and it's not an easy instrument.
No. I think we've all sat down and tried to just
YouTube
attempt. No, just sit down.
Just like
and
sit behind it. I mean, I've been
hit
playing
one
I've been
note.
playing guitar
It's like-
for forever, and I sat down behind this thing. I'm just like, I can't even make it sound good. And he figured it out in like a couple months. I
Yeah.
mean, it
Yeah,
sounds
I mean, we-
sounds great, man. So
My favorite stories to tell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, Jeff can even ask. There was times to where I was like, "Man, I am not doing this dude any good. This is just gonna. This is. I'm trying, but at the same time, you know, I didn't want to slow him down. I mean, you know, he's been doing this over 2 decades, and it was one of the things to where I was
moving
just
pretty
like,
slow already. 2 decades. I'll give you a couple months.
So I gotta share
I'm on
this
the
though.
time
So last night I was taking a bubble bath, lit a candle. This is a true story. He can say, and so I've had Matt McDonald as the director of the Coliseum. He created the Crawfish Festival, and I just knew in my heart because I've been like, and I've sent him videos. And Josh, I'm full of shit. Like if I like something, I love it. So I just decided to reach out for Matt for y'all, just to be like, hey bud, like I've been listening to Sam Donald. He's coming on the podcast. You know, you need to check him out. Like, because I started having a fire on and just put y'all in the background. And that was it the Nirvana song Heart? Yeah, and I love that video. I need to do more of them videos because it has that kind of Tiny Desk style to it.
Yeah.
But I just called Matt. I'm sitting in the tub, had me a little bourbon. You know what I mean? And I'm like, he goes, I've been eyeballing him. And he goes, let me hit you back. And he hit me back, and he goes, yeah, Friday's gonna be good. 425 Crawfish Festival. I want to book him. And I remember because Matt's like he wants to talk, he wants to like know the person, and he's like, send Sam my number. I'm like, well, why don't you just reach out to him? I'm not booking you. Like, you know, I'm trying to, you know, share the people that like music wise that I care about. And you have this unique sound. And yeah, and he's like, yeah, and then he's called me today before y'all got here. And he goes, yeah, they're performing now. We don't know the slot, and I'm not allowed to share that right now. He told me that, but you will be seeing the Sam Donald band, the Peddlers, the Death, whatever they're gonna come out the name. But guys, this is huge. That I mean, these local guys are gonna be playing at the festival. I'll be eating a lot of crawfish. I'll be drinking a lot of cold beer. Brought to you by FEB because they have the contract with the Coliseum. You got to shout out to the Patusis. But I'm excited about that. Yeah, that's all I gotta say is how do y'all feel about that? I mean,
I'm pretty dang excited. It's my second time playing the Crawfish Festival in 10 years. So
y'all
I'm ready.
What we played it?
We're playing it. Sir.
No, we play it before?
I played it with Cats.
Okay,
like a long
gotcha.
time ago, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we had a side stage a long time ago. And I don't think you were even in the band, but
Yeah,
it was
I
a
think it's
Crawfish
our
Bowl.
first- Yeah, on the
Yeah.
She did. I remember that.
Yeah.
I played a battle of the bands. I told you that earlier.
Mm,
And Waiting for Brantley against Subtle Shot.
I think I was.
And I think Stereo Hype won.
ooh, I remember
Probably,
Stereo
yeah.
Hype.
Yeah.
Those guys were on fire. Shout out to
I played
Stereo
with,
Hype guys.
Shout out to the all-nighters.
Yeah, I played with the All Nighters for like a year.
Shout
Did
out
you?
to
Yeah,
Chase
just
and the
played
boys.
guitar for them.
I was there. We had them for we had the all-nighters for a private Christmas party with Cam. Thursday.
Yeah, man. They're good dudes.
This
man.
Halloween when I was Bob Ross and the all-nighters were there.
Hey, when I met them, Josh
Hey,
Arnold was playing. Josh Arnold was playing for them and sitting in for their guitar player. And Josh asked me to come to the show. And as soon as they came off the stage, Chase walked up to me and shook my hand and said, "Hey, we'd really like to play with Sam in a band."
Yeah.
That's a true story. And I called Sam and I was like, "Hey,
Is it because you have a beard now?
What?
Like-
he left the
like-
spandex and the eyeliner.
No, because I'm saying like my beard draws people.
Oh, yeah.
He used to have a bigger beard than he has
Yeah.
now.
I recently cut it
This
off.
This is actually short.
But I'm saying the
Sam.
beard does have a certain power.
So, I guess. I don't know.
It's got its own orbit, just brings people.
I
in.
shaved it a few months ago. My wife said it stunk. So I was like, I'll be right back. I was like, I'll be right back.
Smart.
Came back and I looked 12.
Yeah.
I miss them old. I miss them old. The old jamming back in the day with like Looking for Juice and
Yeah,
watching old bands because y'all like, I mean, was in it. They were man. It was all. I think I was at the Battle of the Bands because I kept listening about it today. I think I remember being there.
That was a couple of them,
man,
during that time.
it was a long
man.
time ago.
Did y'all were you in Waiting for Brantley when they did the one in Hattiesburg at the Forest County Center?
Yep.
Because we did that too, man.
Yep.
I remember that had that
I think-
cowboy hat on and I forgot. I think Subtle Shot was there.
I can't remember, man.
Dude.
We never
If y'all
won. We
know,
never
if
won.
Y'all got flyers, man. Please
That's
refresh
Kevin-
our
Kevin
memory.
Harrison, man.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
probably
Special
knows.
K, say something, Special K. Just drive over here. I know you're in Mobile. And shout out to the sound.
Yeah. Shout out.
I do like their grudge match because that kind of the grudge match they do. I do
Yeah.
enjoy that.
Shout out to Jared and Kevin for sure.
No, Jared, you can kiss my ass. All right. I
Dang.
talked to you
Oh,
yesterday
man.
for an hour. Me and Jared grew up together. So we're going to be doing a Brown. So me and Jared started podcasting together. And I was telling Jared, it'd be great to do a Brownwater versus Jordan Duran every 3 months. And they can air it on their show. And we just do a versus. We all went to St. Martin together. Jared's parents and my parents went to high school together. We're like really grew up together.
That's the first podcast that we went on was Brownwater. That was what, a year, 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago. Yeah.
Well, Jared's, I was the four. There's four of them that started Castanet Studios, like the first four, and I was one of them. And Jared was like, "Man, you need to do a podcast." He was a big supporter of me doing a podcast, and I really appreciate Jared. Like we share cameras. I wouldn't know anything about live streaming if it wasn't for Jared Seymour, the sound, and Brownwater Banter. We just worked together. Same thing with the sound. Kevin and Jared came over one day here, grabbed my camera and used it because they wanted to see what it looked like first.
Right. Yeah.
Because they didn't have the best quality camera and they liked the way my quality was. I'm like, just take it, do a show with it. So one thing is that we poke fun with each other, and I always say this, but there's a mutual love. I mean, I love watching the Brownwater. I'm not big into fishing, but I do tolerate it.
What's up, Jeannie? I see you.
Is that your wife? Oh.
Shout out to Drew Haley.
But that's the same way y'all do, though, right? Are y'all that way?
What's that?
Like helping each other out and
Oh yeah, man.
guitars, drums?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do what?
No, like sharing ideas and what to buy. Like XLR cables are important, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I learned that.
I thought you meant like with other bands.
No, I'm saying like
I ain't helping nobody out. I'm just like
Every band for themselves. now.
so Sam, so take me through like your writing process.
I mean, it usually just starts with usually just one line, man. Usually I sit down. Usually first thing in the morning, I try to sit down so my brain's working halfway right, and I just pick up the guitar and just start humming a melody or a line will come to me, and then usually it just snowballs into all these songs that I have. Usually that's kind of how it works. And sometimes I'll take more time with it. I'll put it down for a minute and come back to it. I mean, you wouldn't believe all the voice notes I have on my phone. I have like 2,000 bad songs in there.
Can we just have that and just put it out on the internet? No,
You don't want that, man.
I still got all the Magnolia Bayou demos in my phone.
Man,
Yeah, mine is
4 or
getting
5 years ago.
racked up now as
it
well.
would be very embarrassing to show that to people.
But y'all got to be at a point now where y'all are past being amateurs and playing. So if he writes a song or he gets into it, can you just jump in with him and start playing?
That's how it's been working
Okay.
the past
That's kind of cool.
year that they've been. It's like
Mhm.
I pretty much hit a verse and chorus now, and then I'm like, I'll show these guys and see if it works.
Do y'all
'Cause-
practice a lot, or do y'all just go out and like Fort Bayou Slim and just jam and figure it out?
No, we practice.
Yeah.
And the cover band stuff, like we never practice. We just gigs were
Wing it.
practice. But like this, this stuff
We try to practice every Tuesday, usually.
tonight.
Tonight.
So y'all did this for me?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I might get you tattooed on my ass. Got to come out with that right name. Come out with that right name. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be on the next episode, y'all. Jordan gets his ass tattooed.
But I mean, imagine because people see you listen to y'all's music and see the performance, but there's a lot that goes behind it, correct?
Oh, for sure. The newer stuff too is even The older stuff that's like, that's out is mostly stuff that I wrote, and the producer that I was working with in New Orleans named Zach Kill. I mean, it was kind of the same concept. Me and Zach were the band. I would take my ideas to Zach and we would hash them out. It was always just it was really just a kind of a studio project, before I was just putting songs out because I like doing it. And now with having them, it's like, it's kind of got its own sound. So I'm we just recorded a bunch of stuff in Nashville like a month ago, and looking forward to putting some of that out because it's kind of its own thing now. It's a little different than, everything that's out. And I think it's good. Everybody may hate it, but I don't know.
What was the experience in Nashville? Kind of share little crumbs, or not the song, but like, what was it like?
We did everything live. We recorded everything. Yeah, we recorded all the music live.
Fuck yeah! I gotta get fuck yeah. That's it. That's it. Come in with these nuts right here.
We did like 5 songs in 2 days or something.
I think it was like 6. We did like 6 tracks, and then I recorded them.
Did
acoustic cuts of them. And yeah, dude, it was awesome. I mean, that's another crazy thing too, just throwing that in there. My very first band that I was in, we recorded in this studio when I was like 20. And then the guy that we're working with in Nashville, he's like, I booked a studio. And like we pulled up there, and it was the same studio that I went to when I was 20 years later. And I had no idea it was that when we pulled up. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. That place
The reason of the jam, was it the fact, for y'all to do a live performance and record it? Was it, you see a lot of this music now. Don't get me wrong, I love 808 beats.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I don't, but like that's becoming more popular.
Oh yeah, that was Nico's jam. He like had this old pad, like every downbeat was like.
Well,
so that's in a lot. Actually, you probably wouldn't hear it, but that's in a lot of like Fireflies and songs like that. Even in Drive, it's got like all these 808s. Nick was a huge fan of that stuff. So,
do y'all agree finally, like, to make the decide what y'all put out, or do y'all have somebody else do it for y'all? Because I was telling you that the other day, is like, I'm my worst critic. I think I'm a horrible host. Like, me mentally in my head, like I just have this in my head where it's like, it's not enough, or I need to do this. I never walk away and go, this is awesome.
I think every creator or entertainer kind of goes through that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Whatever, yeah.
That's like me and you were talking on the phone a little earlier today. I was like, do we wear headphones? Because like I don't really want to hear myself because I don't like the way I talk. It's like so.
And you're just taking over. Like,
it's things that nobody else really cares about, but like when you hear yourself back, you're like, wow.
So this is normal.
Like
You're same way.
No worst critic every time, man. Especially if you're that dedicated to your work, it's never gonna be perfect, and nor should it be. You should always strive to want to be better. So
how do y'all make the final? Like, it's situation. I just put it out because I'm not gonna sit on it, because if I sit on it, I start gaining anxiety.
That's all you can do is just come to a point where, like, all right, I don't think it's gonna get no better than this, and just let
Put
it
it out.
ride, man.
Yeah, as far as songwriting, we can all tell when something's feeling good. Yeah. And content wise too, like what me and Jeff do. It's like you got to the point where you just don't overthink it too much. What's the worst that's gonna happen? It gets a few hundred views. All right, just put it in.
One of those things where we kind of got that pattern going and just stick with it. It's like a little system that we use, and
consistent. You gotta be consistent with it.
It's just consistency and quality, making sure. Sometimes we get them in one take, and sometimes we don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We share mics here. I can't afford other mics.
I forgot. Okay. Should I say what I said before? I don't know.
Just you can repeat it.
Okay. Well, it's just the point of like consistency, and it's the same thing with everything. Whether it's fitness or writing songs or putting music out or making content or, and I think Sam and I agreed right from the very beginning that we would never put stuff out just to put it out. We wanted to make sure that, the Sam Donald brand was as high as quality as we could, 2 guys in a cell phone could possibly make it, and I think that's kind of bled over into everything else, and I'm just happy as I can be to see, all these people enjoying stuff that we just have a good time doing it. So It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can respect that. Where's y'all's next step though? I mean, y'all are hitting now. Y'all are running up the charts. That will give a lot of noise off Sam
Sorry,
on the live.
I'm nervous. My bad.
No, it's fine. No, but it will. But no, now I mean, it's like seriously. Like last night, I was like, I want because I don't like want to watch other shows and to have y'all on and but it was the charts. Like y'all are topping charts now. That's got to be a weird ass feeling.
Very, very weird, and it was like the most unexpected thing ever.
I liken it. I mean, it was kind of like that day when I woke up and looked at my phone and that first 1 million views on, a content video. I mean, seeing that, it's pretty exciting. I mean, we started a long time ago doing it and just kind of stuck with it.
What do y'all think? How many videos have you shot?
I don't know.
I went down and started counting. I mean,
I save them. I save them in a.
I know I counted
in a
over 40
folder.
million.
I
Be over 100. No, it can't be 100.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
100.
Oh, it's over 100.
Oh, it's well over 100.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. I was just being.
Let me.
I don't know.
I've got like a little.
real conservative with the number.
At first, when we first started doing it,
Yeah.
we just kind of said we tried to meet once a week and
400 on the dot.
400. So
In the last how many years?
2 years.
So Cedric, I went to I think it was night before last, or I wanted to because I wanted to do a promo. The promo he shared, and I counted, and I skipped over a bunch of views, but I counted 40 million. Like
That's crazy. I actually didn't know that
I
until
counted
you
over-
posted
yeah,
that
just for
yesterday.
I counted. No, I skipped a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't. It went from like 2 million, 500,000, 20,000. But you got to keep in mind the 20, 25,000s. It was a weird. I think there's an algorithm. Like there's a couple where it like went where he had like 10,000, and you're like, then a million. You're like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
Same video.
Like what the hell? Like I counted over 40 million, and I'm like, what?
I didn't know that until you posted it yesterday. I was like,
Because I want to. I mean, I want to do a promo. I
pretty
need to start getting a promo out there. I don't ever do promo. I just literally make this stupid ass flyers that I think are funny, and I put them out. But I'm like, I probably need to talk a little bit about more guests that come on.
Yeah, I mean, look, sometimes the excitement about it is like, I don't know nothing about these group of people that are coming on here. Let's see what they're about. Maybe that's part of your brand. Like,
But I'm staying coastal. Like I'm from Mississippi. I was born in Ocean Springs Hospital. I went to St. Martin. I used to throw keg parties with my boy Brandon Bailey and Chris Rowe and DJ shout out. But I have I do the Pink Dress Run down here. I actually have my own weed now, Con Life out of Pascagoula.
we're gonna have to talk after.
No, but you got to buy it medical. It's a medical only, guys. It's Carter's Champions. It's Carter's Champions called F Cancer.
Commercial break.
But no, it's just I'm never like don't get me wrong. I love other places, but there's nothing like home. And but when I decided I want to, I had a podcast before this, but then same thing. I went on my own with my own show, but I just want to focus on my coast. Like if it comes outside of my coast, so be it. But to me, it's like I want to entertain like my mom, my aunts, just like you. Like there's people that download, listen, Van Cleve, Escataba, and they get to see people like y'all on the show, and that's the entertaining. That's for me. It's like I want y'all to come on, and I want people to see, oh shit, Sam Donald is their coast. This is coast, and that's the kind of media I want I feel like our media is shit down here. And this is my personal opinion. It's not alleged.
I agree, man. I love the coast. It's been. I'm from the Jackson area, but I've been down here for 15 years, and it's been super good to me. It's paid my bills, and that's what I've done since I've lived here. So
I visited here in like 2009, went home and put my house on the market and moved down here. And
Something about this coast.
Yeah.
It's weird.
it's a great place.
Good food. You get fresh oysters.
It's just got enough of that big city feel, but still got that small town charm to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of like I want. Like I was like, and I said like Jeff reached out. Jeff reached out about a year ago to have Sam on, and I didn't put Sam on my playlist. And I had to be honest with Sam. It's like I had to reach out to Sam myself because I wanted to make sure that I was a fan.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have a podcast and sit here and be bored because I had you on my show, and I don't like your music because I want views. I don't want that shit. I got swatted in Twitch. I learned that you can have a ton of views, but all you need is honestly 1,000 true followers that people tell people about. You know, when Ghost, and I was like, I love Ghost because I knew that was your family, and I knew that meant a lot to you because you are married and you got a kid, and it's like, and then like when y'all did with Nico, the Easter egg, and that's just little shit. Because like I remember, you know, for me it means the world, and I just fell in love. I was like, shit. I mean, because you're not writing bullshit pop music. You're writing music that actually has feelings and meaning. Now I'm getting kind of teary-eyed, but it's good shit. And to me, it's like and that's when I reached out to him, like, I gotta have him on. Because I had this guy named Randy Wrigley out of Ocean Springs. And I remember this 2 years ago, and he lives right there on the water, right on Lover's Lane. And I used to go to his daughter Nikki Wrigley and Jacqueline Wrigley's house. We used to have house parties there. And I remember I hadn't seen Mr. Randy in 10 years. He looks at me, he goes, and I was right there at the Jackson Pearl, the wedding venue. He goes, I don't watch news anymore, young man. I watch you. I said, what, Mr. Randy? Oh, shit. And this is the guy I passed out on his yard, out his house several times. And that meant the world to me. It's like, dang, now I got, you know, looking at having our families watch and entertain and have a good time. We don't have that for the coast. And that's one thing that, like, I mean, we do have other podcasts and they do great jobs, but like, I'm just trying to get in there, and I really want to be proud where I'm at and where I'm from. And it makes me feel good when y'all are going on the road and y'all are selling tours, because Mississippi has to have more of y'all. We have to.
There's guys out there, man, just don't think they get the shine that they deserve a lot of times, like you said. So, you know, when you have guys like yourself that are trying to bring more awareness to that definitely goes a long way.
I mean, when Sam was in Whiskey Kiss and come as a transplant to the coast, and I've probably told this story 100 times, and I believed in the music scene down here so much that I tried to get a television show going. And big shout out to
all right. I want to get into this one.
Yeah. When Sam was in Whiskey Kiss, I just always thought that, you know, the coast down here, I've lived a lot of different places in the United States. I've traveled been around the world a couple times, and I've been to other places, but the coast just had such a conglomerate of talented musicians. And, you know, I always said, you know, within a 5 mile square radius on a Saturday night, you can go see 10 quality bands, live music, whether it's solo acts, whether it's big bands at the casinos, whether it's ticketed acts at the Coliseum, and it's all right here. And everybody drives right past us to go to New Orleans or to go to Mobile. So that's when the 500 miles to Music City was born. And Sam and Whiskey Kiss was the star of that too. I actually have the sizzle reel still on my phone, and we shot it. Troy Galot and Rick Okanewski, good friends of ours. Troy owns Hickory Hills Golf Course in Goshen, and he also has Trigger Time TV, and good buddy of mine, and he shot it for us. And we put it together, send it off to my television producer friend, and you know, it was what it was. It didn't make it, but I mean,
but shit happens for a reason. I mean, I literally just posted a video. Like, I've been posting videos on TikTok and taking over the media. I think, you know, when I said 40 million views, I mean, what do we got? 300,000 down here? I mean, I don't even know the number of people down here.
Right. Yeah, we talk to people in Australia. I mean, we have guys that follow Sam. They have a podcast that they do. They're always on early morning when I get up, and they'll jump on my live sometimes, and they share Sam's music over in Australia. It's that Talbot and those guys to go see John Cotton, them.
Yeah.
That guy from Dallas. Matter of fact, he jumped in the live this morning. He said, good luck on the podcast.
It's the number one, we talked about earlier, the number one streaming spot is Australia.
Yeah.
I think it's because you look kind of Aussie.
Man, tell me he don't look like Jeremiah Johnson.
It's the tan jacket.
It's a badass jacket. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Thanks. My wife got it for me. Shout
out.
Good job, Marla.
TikTok shop.
But y'all there's a point now, but y'all have been in situations where even Magnolia, like, y'all blown up too at times, but now it's kind of cool that y'all are coming together and y'all form this group, and y'all all had success. If I'm not mistaken, y'all have all had.
Yeah, all of our bands have done really good, man. I mean, there's not really a band that I've been in that I felt like wasn't a great band and couldn't have gone to the next level. But I mean, you know, unfortunately something always happens where it doesn't, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, these guys come to the picture and this is, I mean, it's a good fit. We all get along really good, which to me is the most important thing. You don't want to be out on the road with somebody you don't like or writing music with somebody you don't like. And you know, we're also, I mean, we're looking for another guitar player too, and we just haven't found necessarily exactly what we're looking for. So it's just like, I'll just do it because I just want to play acoustic. You know, that's kind of what I imagined going into this thing. So we're just
Are you doing auditions?
Yeah,
We've had a couple.
we've had a couple, but I mean, like I said, we're looking. I mean, the guys that tried out too are good, man. It's just we're looking for a you know, somebody that can fall into this thing with us, because I mean, we're tight. I mean, we're all good friends, and we all kind of get each other's sense of humor and personality. You know, I mean, and that's important to me, because I mean, musicians are weird and goofy, you know. So I mean,
I'll tell you what. I don't know if Ryan can do it, but Ryan from 131 Lemuse, the restaurant downtown Biloxi, right above. He owns the building right there, but the sushi place above there, Ryan. Yep. So I brought John's. We were doing a crew of Athena gave us like $8,000 for Carter's Champions, and we did it at the Gulf Hills. We're just all hanging out, kicking it. Well, John was like, I kept his guitar in the truck, you know, just like. You know, just didn't want to bring it out. So my ass is already like, I'm in it. So I just dedicate. I mean, they gave us $8,000 for a charity. So I just grabbed the guitar and I walk into Capone's, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" They know I don't know how to play. So I walk in because John's not going to walk in with the guitar. I'll walk in with the damn guitar. So I walk in. I go to the very back patio, and then Ryan's the chef of 130. I think Ryan's probably 33. Mm-hmm. Dude, he grabbed that acoustic guitar, and it's a good guitar, and he started playing that thing like he's been playing a guitar, and he's like, "Yeah, I play." That's something. Ryan, where you at? I know you're here somewhere. But it was cool to watch him. He kind of reminded me of Scott a little bit, but it's cool to watch, like Melanie Scott.
I got you.
But it was just cool because he was very comfortable with it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could play electric. I'm pretty sure he could play electric.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that story in Maryville where you almost could have made out with Josh Malloy's old acoustic guitar that night. Remember he left it in the green room?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Thing played real nice.
Like, what did you touch? Keep in mind, I am sitting around some strong dudes. Guitar, y'all play the guitar?
No, so Josh Malloy.
You familiar with Josh Malloy?
Hell no, I don't know who that is.
He's up there. He's a country guy.
Real popular.
Right? Yeah.
On the country charts.
Good dude. His band's really cool.
You didn't say mic, or you need the microphone?
Yeah. Anyway, they're a good group of people. We've played with them twice so far. You know, they draw good crowds, and just so happened to where, you know, I guess one of his prize, like Sam's guitar, was kind of left behind on accident. And so everybody just made sure that it was nice and safe until we were able to get a runner to bring it back to him.
They brought it to our green room and they were like, "Did y'all forget a guitar?" We're like, "Nope, but we all want to play it." This is like at the end of the night, you know, kind of deal.
Yeah.
What's it like having a green room with, like, do y'all have one of them lists where y'all can get stuff on it?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on the venue.
This place was cool. They hooked it up.
The shed.
I'm good.
And then some places they give you like,
you want something?
Just nothing.
Give you a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, we got an office if you like need to put your spandex on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a sheet behind the stage.
Yeah. But you got to own that in the fact that it was at that time, it showed you as a true That's one thing I'll say about y'all is I've watched y'all, not you, I haven't watched you perform. I watched you on video though. But I've watched y'all perform and y'all put on a show. And
try, man.
That's important though. Yeah, no, I do. That's what I was texting him, like when I seen Nico on his guitar, I was like, "Oh, that's Easter egg, sick." Because like when I do my stupid ass, see that's a UFO on Howard Avenue. I took that photo and I wanted to add a UFO and a guy getting drug up, and Then right here, you have the Ore Museum, and I put George Orr on the stairs, just because I like Easter eggs. Yeah, just because I do photography, but I do photography how I want to do photography. Same thing how you were like, it's music, it's a love letter. It's I appreciate it. Like music, I can't go a day without music. I really cannot. I think I go crazy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And then to like see, and it just, like I said, it just goes into now. It's like the other day, and he didn't even know, but the other day, City in Color, Dallas Green. You familiar with Dallas City in Color? Alexis on Fire. Do you, Josh?
I know that Alexis on Fire. I've heard
The lead singer, Dallas Green. He does one of the best covered Nutshells, but it was so cool to like, because I've always had him in my playlist. Like he's a big Canadian artist, but have him on my playlist, and all of a sudden it flips to y'all's playlist.
That's
What
cool.
am I, like Sam Donald's?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
sweet,
oh
man.
shit.
That's one of those suggested.
Yeah, so that's what I do because I want to discover new artists. Like
Yeah.
Bon Iver or bands I want to listen to. I just keep because I want to discover new people, whether it's the XX or I mean I can go on and on. Arctic Monkeys,
Oh yeah.
St. Paul and the Broken Bones. But y'all got put in that suggested list,
That's cool.
and I was like, what?
There's two of them on Spotify now. There's
Sitting
one that's
amongst-
actually
No,
a Sam.
y'all in
Donald
YouTube suggested.
What?
Yeah, like y'all are in YouTube suggested.
Man.
Something's happening with YouTube because I'm telling you that when I pull back, I think it was but that's just I think that's a huge deal when you go to one of my favorite bands to have y'all in the mix.
Right.
Company, man.
It's tough to break into, man, but
I think y'all breaking it. I think y'all really
once
breaking
you,
the barrier.
like I said, going back to just being consistent with stuff, it finally starts to recognize it, and it took years of doing it, man. But you know,
I
It's
spend
cool
a
to
lot
hear,
of
though.
time in the comments, especially like on YouTube and things like that. And you can go down on Sam's videos and people say, hey, I'm here from Instagram. I'm here from TikTok. I'm here from Spotify. I'm here from, so for anybody else that's out there trying to get their music out there, realize that somebody may see your video on, one particular channel and like the song. And then next thing you know, they're going all over the place. And it's worked really well for us.
What would it take for y'all to continue to film the way y'all did the Heart Shape, like the one y'all did together? What would it take could y'all do more songs like that?
covers.
Like more videos.
Oh yeah.
Originals too, just
Yeah.
being together, being.
Oh yeah.
Whenever we
You gotta give him you gotta have the mic back.
Whenever we recorded everything we did in Nashville, we filmed the whole thing. So
Oh, yeah.
we have backlog for
Yeah.
stuff
Give me
coming
more
out.
shit.
Jay-
Come on.
Yeah, it's-
JB Lawrence, the guy that
I know.
You're holding on golden nuggets and shit. Come on.
Yeah,
the guy that filmed all of like Drive and Make You Want God, all those videos, he came to Nashville and just followed me around or followed us around for 2 days. It was it's kind of
It was-
weird.
He's doing the story about Buddy Guy right now. He's
Yeah.
filming a documentary film.
Who's that?
Buddy Guy.
Blues guy.
Nah,
You
lying.
don't
No,
know.
I'm serious. Yeah.
You don't know who Buddy Guy is?
Like,
I'm on EDM music.
the, like original, one of the original forefathers blues guitar players.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
Respect that.
who was the guy before him in the 20s that was real popular?
Robert Johnson.
Prosser, yeah. Like he was like right after that era,
Mm.
man. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Up
Buddy
there with
Guy, he has a real famous like music venue club in Chicago. It's like
Yeah.
a world famous spot.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. If I don't know something, I can't tell you I know it. if you want me,
yeah,
if you want me to say, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Now I'm dive in. I'll dive
for
in.
sure, yeah.
But yeah, no, that was. It's just cool to like. I want more than put them. When y'all put them out tomorrow?
Yeah, I've been waiting on that.
Does it work anymore? Like
I've got a y'all hadn't even seen it yet, but I've got just the acoustic version of Top Shelf
Yeah.
since that's what we're putting out next, I think.
we'll watch that after the show.
Yeah, I mean, we can watch it. I don't care. It's on Top Shelf is on TikTok. I've been pushing right now, so
I
we can
mean,
watch it if we want to. It don't matter to me.
I think. Well, I mean, if you can get in the StreamYard, if you can airdrop that to that computer, we put it in there. It can do 2 minutes.
I don't even know how to turn a laptop on. So
No. Do you have an iPhone?
yeah,
So just grab the video and just you know how to airdrop.
He is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
lying.
you can airdrop it to that laptop. It'll say the metal, and I can upload it on StreamYard.
Yeah, we'll watch it. That's cool, man.
I mean,
They hadn't seen it yet either.
do you have
so.
the video?
I don't have it. It's on his phone.
Grab his phone and then
I have the TikTok.
I just can't tell you, like, if I don't know Buddy Guy, I'm gonna listen to Buddy Guy now.
He plays the like the polka dot, black and white polka dot. I think he plays a Strat. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, I know he plays. I got to see him play down at the Blind Tiger, or the field next to the Blind Tiger, across from Harris.
Really?
Yeah,
Jones, not
Who's
Jones,
that?
but, Harris on the lawn.
Buddy Guy.
Buddy, yeah.
Yeah, I went and saw him.
So who's your role model in drumming?
God, I mean, which one?
Grab that mic. You gotta.
There's so many, man, for so many.
But there's
reasons.
there's
it-
one. There's
remember.
one.
I mean,
That's him. He plays that polka dot guitar. That's how I always have remembered him.
I do know that photo, like that guitar, but
When I saw him, he literally had a T-shirt on, and it was just like he was middle of summer out in the Harris field. You know, he's sweating. He's playing the guitar with a towel.
are you serious?
Yeah. He'll pick up a drumstick and play the guitar with a drumstick.
he's badass, bro.
He's fun.
Legendary.
I have a buddy, Benji. He's a vice president at Hancock Bank. He's in a band called Shift.
Mm-hmm.
His lead singer is Brian, that owns Brewski's. We did. Benji's an amazing
Hey.
guitarist.
I know Brian. Brian, you said?
Benji, no,
Oh.
Brian, the lead singer. Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, I know
McClellan,
Brian. Yeah, he's
They're-
the one that books us at Brewski's.
So they're best friends. That's their college band. He has the Shift. They're like, he has a band they've always had. 20.
Yeah, I remember when they used to play at Mugshots.
So the guitarist is Benji.
okay.
He's my banker.
Okay, cool.
Well, we did Cruising the Coast, and damn it, Cash, you need to fix that string on that guitar. But Ben, like, we did Cruising the Coast, and I was at Finish Line, and we're all, I got a Ford Lightning. I don't want to rub that in your face, but a Ford Lightning, black too, sick, dude. You like it's gang, like it's just it. But I had too many bourbons,
Which one?
and then Benji took me here home, and he had 4 strings on the guitar. And he took, I used to have coasters, like marketing coasters. He ripped it because I didn't have a pick. And he started playing that thing. Like, I looked at his eyes. He's like, yeah, I've been in a band 20 years. Like, but they like, now he's a banker. He's not going to join a band.
I mean, if you just breaking out coasters and playing 4-string guitar,
I
you
was
might
like,
need to reconsider.
Who are you?
That's pretty impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, so Brian's the lead singer, but they had this, so they had like this college band, like a Pretty Lights, or, Benji Davis was built on college bands. I mean, that most of the gigs, if do y'all play colleges yet? Are y'all getting booked?
Not yet.
Me and Josh have played a couple frat parties. in the
Yeah.
past.
Oh yeah,
Really
Whiskey
value.
Kiss used to do them pretty good bit. But
Not in this.
It's going to happen. You got to bring
Yeah,
the crowd. You
no.
got to do it. That's the best crowd.
Those
We'll
are,
see.
Quite
Did you buy tickets?
We ain't gonna
No,
bring
they
up
just-
some stories from there. Cocaine's and 9mm.
Watch your step.
and a lost entourage member scared him off for
Yeah,
life.
that was fun.
You got to sign the wall.
I tried to
Hey,
look
Sam,
for-
you got to sign the wall. Y'all sign the wall. You see my wall?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Gotta sign that wall. Really? Oh man, I'm kind of sad about it. All right, I gotta get Sam to do a new clip, because guys, hold on a second. We're gonna listen to this music. It's a new release, but I need to get it cut down a little smaller. It's at 200. What did it say? 200 MB.
Yeah.
So when Sam gets back, I can't. It's got to be cut on the phone. So like a new clip. You know, do that.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe I can airdrop it to you. Hold on. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Oh, a second.
We are currently seeing X-rated material right now.
Yeah,
I
cut
can't
that file
explain.
out.
Whoa. Sam, can you airdrop it to Jeff? You don't want to see what I got on there. I don't want to click on the wrong
Hey, come
file.
on, bro. Can you?
I ain't gonna be able to go to sleep
Cut,
tonight.
like a little bit of it off. like 15 seconds of it off, and then resend it to him because
It's-
the file's too big.
I mean, it's probably good at what is that, 3 minutes? Is it 3 minutes?
It's 309.
So it's probably good at like, I would say 1 minute, 32 minutes.
Oh,
All right, guys, I got a PP. Everybody's got PP. We'll be right back.
How long did
back
you say?
after these messages.
Music up loud. Magnolia Room Speakeasy. Airbnb Bosses. Drinx. Shout out to John. Direct Auto. Go see Michael West. Collision Depot. They will fix and repair to the highest standard. The District Coffee Company, downtown Ocean Springs, and the new location, Pascagoula.
We offer home, auto, commercial, builders, rips, and life insurance.
Oliver's Guide.
Oliver Shots Insurance.
That's a Mexican oil like that. Brew with purple.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to pause for the cause, and we would like to take this time to thank our sponsors, District Coffee Company. We would like to thank Fly Llama Brewing for providing some alcoholic beverages this evening. We would also like to thank Oliver Insurance Company. We saw Wayne from Advanced Meal Prep in the room. Thanks for providing us with some meals at the gym. Josh would like to thank his mom and dad for being cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jeremy, for learning how to play pedal steel. All right. Stand by, y'all. We'll be back here in just 2 seconds. Everybody's taking a break. We've been at this for a little while. I don't know what we're going to talk about next, but Josh wants the mic.
Y'all are gonna sit here and watch us sit.
Watch us sit.
Are we all hanging out in the bathroom or are we pissing?
What'd you say the other day? I'll come clown.
I'll come clown
I'll
round.
come clown around.
No, I'll put it out. Somebody grab a mic and talk to that. Hey, Mom, I'm here. We'll be back. Just a 1 second break. Let me. We'll get this. We're getting this song uploaded. Sent there.
I'm just waiting.
Here, Jeff.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Gracias. You got an answer?
No, you can just ask.
Looks real weird. We're just sitting real close to each other with nobody else.
Whole
what's your favorite
separate.
color?
My favorite color is blue. I do have a burgundy shirt on though.
What a blue hat.
It's kind of teal though. I won't say it's blue.
Just lost the damn drink.
Looks pretty blue in this, but
That's, uh,
maybe that's just the purple setting it off.
big laughs.
Sam, if you want that hat, like that hat, you take one blank, or I'll get Emily to put your whatever graphic you want on it.
Oh, cool. Brennan's got one like that. Always kind of.
You can take it, dude. I mean, so plug Fly Llama for about 1 minute, 2 minutes until everybody gets back, because y'all deserve it. Y'all are great.
Oh yeah, it's the best job I've ever had. Love everybody I work with. It's awesome environment. Everybody in the back works with everybody in the front. It's a great time. Love it so much.
They're Miles and Dave and the whole team.
It's a great time. What Aubrey, who works in the back, he just got married this past weekend, went to his wedding, and it was saw everybody in one day that works at the Llama, which was really cool.
Really?
In one day. Yep. So
Y'all closed that day?
we did not. What I went to a
I remember seeing you that next day.
huh?
Said I remember seeing you that next day.
What were you talking about?
You talking about after that y'all closed the
Hey,
Y'all
This
closed
is
it
a
down.
separate time.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
But it was a good time.
You gotta find that video.
What up?
What y'all talking about closing down?
Well, they closed down the brewery.
The
Had a
brewery.
big party.
And then we went on tour right after.
Yeah. Slept until you got to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Straight.
Woke up whenever everybody else was tired.
Could you reset that one? What time did you put on? It's at 2:76. So
The one I sent you was like a minute 30 maybe.
can I reset it? You don't mind? Guys, I'm not really sorry about this. I'm just trying to figure shit out.
Hey, who's all still watching? 15 people. Let me know. Send some names. Let me see. Shout yourself out. I want to see who's all still in the chat.
You know, when I first started doing this, I'd panic.
Man, they had to know what the deal is.
Oh, it's perfect. That's a perfect one. Thank you.
I think it's a verse and a chorus.
I love that. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin cookie jar.
Just don't tell anybody. It's a good cookie jar. I had this thing where I'd go. So this thing where I went to.
Check this out.
Yeah. Hold on. All right, guys. I gotta share this screen real quick. This is better just to pull it up on my share thing. Hold on. Open up a different link. One second. You do like that Stone Cold cookie jar? I mean, it's pretty dope.
You heard of that band Old 60?
Oh yeah.
They blew up like within the past year, but
I think he's in your algorithm.
I think so too, yeah.
That's why I think I discovered him.
Whenever we played in Waco a few weeks ago, they were the band after us, and we had a battery issue, so we got stranded there for the night. But they were sound checking the next day, and they had a Stone Cold little guy on their stage. Remember that? That's the first thing I thought of whenever we walked in here when I saw it.
So does this alpha brain really work, my dude? Because I thought about wanting to buy some of this.
Yeah, I mean,
You like it, Jordan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it works good
How
for
much
me.
caffeine's in it?
I don't really. I'm
caffeine
just
in it?
taking it. I'm just taking it. Let's see.
Oh, I'm all
I don't
for
know.
it.
Is there any way, Jeff? Is there any way I could convert it to MP4? It's moving that movie. It won't do it.
You won't do it in iMovie?
Trying to get it figured out.
Here, how about I just send you
The video, TikTok video.
yeah, TikTok video because it's about that length.
Yeah.
Stand by, sir.
No, that dude, it's okay. I mean, hey guys, y'all, everybody go take a pee and come back.
I'm good, yeah.
No, I'm talking to the listeners.
Oh. Just letting you know. I'm good.
I'm pretty sure.
Saving the video to my phone. Got it now.
Is it an MP4?
It's just coming straight off my phone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to airdrop it. Airdrop. Searching. No people found. Cedric. I got Cedric.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal if it doesn't work out.
It's gonna work out. You're not. I have to finish the mission. I'm gonna finish this mission. Fun, Sam Donald. What's y'all's next gigs coming up? Tour? Anything? What you got going on?
I'm sitting here thinking.
Break right now.
Yeah, I mean, everything slows down kind of around this time. We're just really writing. I got some Nashville stuff coming up where I'm
You
going
got
up to writing.
750,000 followers. Jesus.
Yes, Lord is good. The Lord is good.
Which one's the video right here, Sam? Which one is it?
Oh, you're on TikTok?
Yeah, which one is it?
Do the one with the legs sticking out on the beach right there. Right there.
Oh. And I forgot.
Legs sticking out.
Enter the studio.
The ones with the boots on the beach.
So, I mean, who comes up with these ideas to shoot the certain way?
Jeff and Sam argue about it for a while, and then
Yeah, pretty much.
they figure it out.
I don't know that we really ever argued about it. We just kind of.
They want y'all to read the comments. That was nothing to us. Let's see.
Jeremy gonna be too tired to work tomorrow.
Thanks, Denise.
Yo.
Hush your mouth, girl.
Left me with bloodshot eyes.
Make it all about the video. We'll be the smaller guys in the corner.
When I wake in the morning, you're gone again.
All right, guys, can y'all hear that?
Outfit.
Oh, wrong song. All right, go back.
Yeah, he said he grew up in Texas, hating country music.
I was wondering the same thing. The guy on the comment.
Places we've been.
Said that.
Left me with bloodshot eyes.
Video's been popping.
Hellbound, hellbent.
I needed this song years ago. Keep putting out the good music, man.
When I wake in the morning,
100.
you're gone again.
Fire.
I ain't savior.
Man, but you see,
Bills all the water. Drown all your sins.
It's resonating with a lot of people, especially on the drinking parts, and a lot of the people that
So
on my side of the fence with that, that is
Right.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to get the mic. I was
All
talking.
right, we're
about,
back. That was about 15 minutes of awesome times, guys. Grateful for that. Look,
looking out as we go, hey.
so I was looking today on the new cameras that we're gonna get because I'm creating a studio in Gulfport, and it's gonna be like 4 Blackmagic 6K studio cameras and better quality. Just it's gonna be a full done studio.
so you can see everybody's zits on their faces.
Mm,
That high of quality.
I mean, because you still really can't stream like YouTube and Facebook and all that. They can't stream 4K.
Yeah, I found that out with my new phone. The guy was saying that there's no sense in even recording in that if you're going to put it on social media because it can't adapt. It can't take it.
I mean, my goal is to be the next. Well, I was telling y'all is like, I got I got some people coming on, some superstars y'all knew back in the 90s, 2000s. I'm creating my own my own little media company.
Yeah.
Kind of be like more Anchorman style.
Awesome.
Nice.
But it's gonna be nice. But like they have these studio cameras now, Blackmagic has, where you could take them out in the field. So if you're like playing music on the beach, like I can broadcast it to my studio.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's cool.
And it has all the setup, so we can like it's. I mean, I just don't know, that mixer's so big and it's so expensive that little $700 setup I have right there is nowhere near
Right.
what I want. Because if I go from here, I get a lot of compliments about there's duct tape here. What'd you knock over, Jeff?
nothing like that.
Oh, it's fine. But if I want to I love this little area, but like if I'm gonna get out in the real world,
Right.
I'm going to a full studio. Like we're gonna be like, I'm gonna have a reporter out in the field. No, I'm not lying. I'm going to be a media company. I got one more approval on my illustrations for the logo, and let me say it's gonna be 3 words that you see on a desk.
So you're literally gonna be like the local news.
That's my goal.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm all in.
That's
I've been
awesome,
working.
man.
I've been putting so much work in. I'm grateful. Shout out to Ivan. But yeah, I'm creating my own
Well,
company.
allow me to interview for a second. So what's gonna set you apart from the other guys around here? Like what kind of content are you gonna be chasing?
So my content will be chasing where sometimes if you can't, if you look at a lot of media, they go after sponsorships, and if you're not in a bracket of sponsorship, you're not going to be highlighted. So my goal is to move out of that world into where we do other segment shows. I got my buddy Plowed Preston, SoundCloud rapper. He's the intro of my music. He blew up. Him and B Pace blew up, and he's going to be going out having his own show. It's going to be more like a Vice style show, but he's going to go out and interview SoundCloud rappers because that's what he is, and he loves anime, and he goes to Japan and does music videos, and he's got a different culture. And he's got a Yu-Gi-Oh team called Pop One Podcast. So I'm gonna let him do his own thing, and then I got another legendary person going out where she wants to interview women and have her own field. Yeah, no, there's gonna be some really cool shows. It's not gonna be one. It's not gonna be the Jordan Durham podcast. It's gonna be a network.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
That's gonna be awesome, man. That's gonna be real awesome.
Yeah, because
looking forward to seeing it. And
I think you're gonna laugh. I think you're gonna all get like Emily's gonna be doing a show on there where it's where she goes and buys processed food at Walmart, and then she goes to the fresh market and buys food and compares them. Nice. It's gonna be good-hearted stuff. I mean, the world's so jacked up right now that I'd rather listen to y'all's band on repeat than see another negative news feed. I mean, every week there's like somebody's dying, this political thing here, and there's never any like, hey, somebody's doing a good job.
Positive news.
Yeah, it's like you ever remember Channel 1?
Yeah, Channel. Yeah, in school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Still got our lucky 13. Lucky number 13 in the chats. Well, after much delay, we're back, y'all.
What's up, Aaron? What's up, Aaron?
That's the power outage song.
About to hit. It's gonna hit TikTok soon. I mean, we're going in on that one.
Time will tell.
Nah, it's good.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing when I was first doing it with the one that I used to have I still have the Rodecaster Pro. That's why I went with this Zoom, and it just compressed everything so much.
So that it takes more power to stream this live, I'm imagining.
Yeah,
Or
so-
more bandwidth. or
So like, if you do you play video games?
not at all.
You've never played video games? So like, the processor just goes like this. The processor just like, I mean, you're streaming a live 1080p.
What you
And it
gaming
cooks.
on over there? What you playing?
Me?
Yeah, right now.
I mean,
Any
Sea of
Mario
Thieves,
Kart?
Shout out to my boy McCade. Shout out to District Coffee Company. Sea of Thieves. Call
Sea
of Duty.
Thieves? Okay.
Yeah, we've been escaping. Another one, UFC.
All right. We've been playing Mario Kart on the road. That's all we've been playing. That's what we did.
I knew you were going there.
What?
Well, you go from Call of Duty tomorrow. Jesus.
Stick fight. Yeah, some Switch games. Nintendo.
Actually, that game
I
was
bought-
pretty fucking fun.
He's looking at you
I'm
like-
not gonna lie.
What?
Mario Kart? You don't know what
No, I
that
mean, I
is?
used to play regular Mario on like the regular
Because I play
Nintendo.
real games.
Jeez,
Oh.
I played N64 Mario Kart. N64 Mario Kart.
Yeah, that
Super
was a classic.
Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. But after like right when we got the Xbox or the PlayStation 1 Twisted Metal, I was in. I got
Jordan, I'm sorry, I lied to you. I did play when I was in Afghanistan.
I thought he was gonna say I did unplug that.
like shit, Jeff.
I'm waiting for video
Like
evidence
Bill
on,
Clinton, I
on
did
who
not
unplugged
unplug that
the
game.
computer.
But the thing is, I don't
I
think
didn't
we
wanna
can
say
see it
nothing.
because if you look right there, look, like it's too dark.
He just goes
No, you would
black.
probably be able to see if like I kicked it with my foot. I mean,
No, I mean, Jeff, I just looked at you and was like, Jeff kicked it.
What if somebody actually caught him doing it?
Should we
Well,
do merch? Merch?
Deron goes. I saw
well,
him
I
do
can
it.
tell you this. If I can tell you this, if I saw myself do it, I would say, "Hey, I just unplugged this. Is it important?" You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only thing is, though, y'all are wearing boots. Whoever's wearing boots, it's not Josh is eliminated.
I probably did it.
Covered by Converse. That's what
Next time, we're only wearing socks.
I did play video games. When you asked me that, I played the original Halo on PC overseas when I was overseas.
Really?
The original Halo.
That's fucking that's it, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What was
it-
that? What was that field called where you had the Warthog and like it was just that circle map where it's a cave in the middle?
Bro, I don't remember that far back. ain't played
I don't
that
know
game
the
in
name
so
of it,
long.
but I played a lot of Halo.
I remember riding in the cool Jeep thing, and you could like
Warthog.
the teams. I don't know. Anyway,
He plays called the Warhawk, damn it.
No, it is a Warthog. It's a Warthog.
is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called the Warthog. Did you ever play it?
He looking like I don't know where it was.
Nah, man.
Video games just weren't popular when I was. I mean, they were,
Yeah.
but
It's like
Like,
old
people
school.
played Pac-Man at the
Mario,
roller
man.
rink.
I was a Mario guy.
I'm old.
That's it. Yeah.
How old are you, Sam?
40?
Yeah, no, you had to play a little PlayStation.
Yeah.
Man,
It pretty-
fucking
Pretty much
Virtua
ended.
Fighter?
Yeah, dude, come on. Time Crisis.
Pretty much ended with 64, man. That was pretty much it.
Did you at least play Wave Runner 64?
Yes. Still got it actually.
No, can I borrow it?
For sure. That's it. I think it's in the trailer at Jeff's
we go
house.
old school. I
Probably
love it.
is.
Can
Yeah.
I borrow a trade?
I mean, I
I
never really got into
original Wii
games. I always liked
at
Mario
my house.
Kart.
It's still
The
like
bowling
in the-
it's top notch. Wii bowling will go down as one of the greatest games ever.
Is that the one where
Yeah.
people would like throw their
Yeah,
controller
yeah.
through their TV screen?
Yeah.
I've seen like funny videos, but it's never been played. It's like still in the box.
I've always just when I got into competitive gaming, I would just get into shooters. I went straight into shooters, didn't leave shooters.
Competitive gaming.
Yeah,
We can relate on this. That's all I.
He's very good at Mario Kart. I'll give him that.
I'm good at video games. Like whenever it's player versus player, yeah, player versus player video games, I get into them. But like, is if there's a story that I have to follow, I get bored.
Same.
So I had a so when I got swatted, I was playing Call of Duty Ghosts. I was on Strike Zone. I was on Domination. I dropped 2 Kims. Like I blew up the map twice. And all of a sudden, my clan leader, Coldside, you can pull him up on Coldside TV. I think he's probably got like 5 million subscribers on YouTube. He calls me. His name's Tyler. He's an engineer in California. He calls me. He's like, "Shut your shit down. You're on Twitter. Like they found your house and you're getting swatted." I was like, "What the hell, swatting?" And the kid called in and said, "I watched this guy murder his wife and kids." And I shut everything down. I walked out with my shirt off because, like, I mean, you're gonna walk out. And yeah, it was over a video game. Because the guy got mad that I didn't know what a VPN was. At the time, there were no VPN. It's 2012-ish. Yeah. Like there were no VPN. So the guy found you can find a house through a VPN. Like if you don't have a VPN, somebody can find your house, your exact address, and call in. You know, Cedric just killed somebody. Yeah, and
I saw it on like
that's crazy.
Like Inside Edition or one of those.
But they got to take precautions. It's the law. Like. You get a call in that you just neighbors watch somebody, you know, kill somebody. They got to do what's right. They got to call it in. I got my ass whooped.
Damn.
I don't know anything. I don't even know what y'all are talking about, honestly.
All right, so whenever he says he dropped 2 Kims in Call of Duty, he had 2 25 kill streaks in a row, right?
Yeah.
So let's start from there. He's not dropping like a drug or anything.
So it's like not dying and just having fun with the map. And
then somebody in the lobby was like, "I'm gonna call the cops on this dude," and knew where he lived.
Like in real life?
In real life.
Yeah.
And the real life SWAT team showed up to his house.
To his house.
It's kind of like the movie Hackers.
That's what happened.
This is why I like Mario Kart.
You got 1 million followers on TikTok. When you go live on TikTok, I've been in your lives several times, but like if somebody finds your house out, they can call and go, "I just watched Sam Donald hurt his wife," and they can go to your house while your kid's there, surround your home. They don't care if you're a musician. They don't care about anything. That's why you don't have a VPN, do you? Or yeah, you do.
Know what it is.
Yeah, you do. But that's what I'm saying. Like they can do that. Like you can be sitting there playing music, and if they don't like your music, they can come in. They can find your house out, and they can call in through Skype, which Skype allows 911 calls, and they can send a SWAT team while your kid's sleeping. It's a true thing.
They're watching this right now.
My wife just put the whole house on lockdown.
They're watching this right now.
Letting the dog out.
Well, no, because it's media. It's live media. It's live streaming media, and it's like you pay a price. Like live stream media is that's their kind of like people that don't like you, people that hate you. That's kind of they can't really do it anymore. I think that's because it's a federal offense. The kid that hit me got 15 years for it's under federal.
Yeah, they're pretty good at tracking it down now.
It's good now. I mean, it's good now where it's instant, where it's like they can catch it. But when I was doing it, they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Most people have hearts, and they're not going to call anything else unless it's serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if your neighbor gets hurt, you're going to reach out to somebody because you want to make sure they're okay. Right. You're not going to do it because you hate the person. Right. We live in a weird world, and we're talking about comments. I mean, but they also kick y'all's algorithm. I mean, and you work your ass off on a song, you're going to always have that 20-25% haters that want attention, right? That live in their mom's basement, that don't push themselves to strive, that don't, struggle to like you told me that, like last night, you said that you're like, I mean, it's all about comfort. Like you got to get outside your comfort. Everything you do, you have to, right? There's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of good musicians, but y'all sacrifice and y'all push yourself, set y'all apart.
Yeah, that's one part of putting yourself out there, man. People are going to say stuff, but you just kind of get used to it.
Josh, got a story about your craziest groupie?
I plead the fifth. I mean, there's been a couple, but none that I want to bring to light.
But y'all are at that point though, right? I mean, when y'all get off stage, it's autographs, it's meet and
Not,
greets.
I mean, we have numbers, but it's getting people to show up.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to work
it ain't
on
quite
right
at
now.
that. It ain't quite at
No.
that level yet.
Corey says, write a song about it. The groupies?
That'd be a good song.
Many songs have been written about groupies.
I mean, there is places like we play, like places in Texas. I mean, we'd show up and there's like, oh, we saw y'all on TikTok, and like we're here to watch y'all play, which is super cool. And to me, kind of weird too. It's just like we're 10 hours away from home, and there's people here that like know who we are. It's not like a huge mob or a big crowd or anything right now, you know. But I mean,
every show we have somebody who
like here we
wants an autograph.
we came here because we saw y'all online. I mean, that is cool to know that it's reaching people, you know.
I mean, I think y'all's music. I mean, like I said, it means something,
right?
I mean, you're not mumbling anything. You're like, you know, you have music that people can relate to,
right?
And they idolize y'all. I mean, I would think that, right? I mean, I'm a fan, so I mean, I think I would, you know, get in that situation where y'all are from Mississippi, and then let's say y'all are in Tennessee, and well, how often is Sam Donald coming in town?
Right.
So let's get that ticket.
And one of the things that we try to do too is it doesn't matter if we're playing in front of 10 people or 1,000 people. We're still going to play the same way that we'd perform, for those 10 people, if that's what it is. So, that's one of the most important things I think that
every musician should do.
Yeah, for sure.
Mean, everybody should do that. The idea is that they're.
Can you grab them?
Yeah, and try to talk to them after the shows too. Is what I've just over the years, not even just this band, but like other bands, talking to people when you're on your break or you're selling your merch, man, it goes a long way with people because they really remember that kind of stuff. Just be a normal human. Go talk to people like.
It's got to be crazy though. Like people come up to y'all with the TikTok videos and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like it's got to be like
it. That's what I was going to say earlier. Is
one of the things that I notice a lot, because I'm obviously not on stage playing music, but I'm always down in the crowd or talk. A lot of what I do is talk to people about Sam and about the band and direct them to social media. I have my little QR code. I have my, business cards that I hand out to people, and with the sole purpose of getting them, to Spotify, to YouTube, to whatever social media, and it works fantastically. But the biggest thing I hear comments from people in the crowd is, the latest one was the guy that came up to the merch table at Juke Joint. He has a specific song that really resonated with him. And I've noticed that a lot in social media and corresponding with the fans online is a lot of people have specific songs that just really grab them, whether it's the lyrics. And it's pretty cool to get recognized. I actually have the first picture of the first autograph that Sam signed on the t-shirt at Brewski's. So, yeah.
How cute.
How sweet. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be worth something someday. So
Posey's in the house.
there you go, buddy. Nobody wants to hear.
What's up, Hosey?
no. I mean that's actually you care.
Well, the thing is when you have a good story like this, and
I actually 2015, May of 2015 is when I met Sam, because I took a picture of the band. It was Whiskey Kiss at the Chill. And so I've kind of seen the progress, and we have people specifically on TikTok that have been there since the very first, the very beginning, and they're still there, and that's kind of cool. It's cool to see people. I remember back in the Chill days when you were there. I remember you being,
because I want to watch a performance.
that's
what I want to do.
Yeah, but I remember him coming off a stage and me just jokingly walking him through the crowd and like pretending, hey, we'll sign autographs after the show and stuff, just teasing around. And now it's happening, it's happening for real. It used to drive him crazy, but it was just fun at the time, and now it's happening for real. It's pretty neat,
I mean, you have a big heart. I can tell that right now. That's I mean, you care about your boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm a fan. That's how I started, just like you, watching Whiskey Kiss at the IP, you know.
I just like fucking cool shit. Like when I was out with friends, I don't want to go watch a boring band. I knew that I knew that when I like when I knew that like Whiskey Kiss is playing somewhere, fucking know I'd have a good time. I already knew. It's kind of like people can say whatever they want about Gary Allen. That motherfucker puts on a show.
Yeah.
Like now I've watched Evans Blue with 6 of us. They didn't even in Taproot. They wouldn't even sold out a show. They didn't put on a show. It was like, I'm here. Let me sing a song and then I gotta go. I don't want to do that shit. But then you have Gary Allen, where I got to actually hang out with Gary Allen when I was going to Mobile Fest and getting involved and stuff. Like I want that crowd feel where you're a part of the music.
Right.
I don't want to have somebody walk on stage like, oh, you know me? Like, okay, cool, dude. Like, I don't want ego. I hate ego. Like, you know, but that's one thing I'll say is like, yeah, I mean, and I think that what's cool is like now that you've started developing your sound, I mean, I feel like you got a good roster now, and I feel like that's what I think you just had to learn. I think you had to learn what you wanted in music and assembling like y'all are not amateurs. And that's like I've watched you drum like drums. You somehow, some way, you make a bass fucking kick ass. I mean, you do, and you do it with love, and that's what you like. So Josh's dad, Chris, was telling me he's like, you know, me and him had a long talk, 2-hour talk one day, just shooting the shit. He's like, you know, Josh growing up, he's like, he just always picked up his bass. Like he's like, I try to play with him, but I can't. Like, you know, my son already surpassed me playing music, but it's like Josh, it's music. It's music. Because I mean, his dad is very successful. He's always worked really hard, and Josh doesn't want that real estate development style, or you know, he wants music. Yep. Come back to literally y'all two before, guys, an hour before the show even started. They really are fighting over this acoustic guitar. And you're not even filming them. They're not even caring. Like I think that's a big part too. When you drum, what is that like? You don't need a camera.
I mean, bro, even at work now, just always tapping something, man. When you're really like mentally involved in music, it just never shuts off. Like regardless of what instrument you play, it's just
always there.
Your
mind.
downtime is literally focused on something new in music. And that's morning, like he says, like morning times, that's the best time to write. Or literally, like that's how I kind of write. Is
it's our video games.
Yeah.
But he plays video games, right? Sam, find
okay.
something better, Sam.
For me personally, it's my video game.
I make
my
time
hobby
for
and my job, I guess.
Yeah. So, is there any time y'all can share a story about like people that would like? Has anybody ever told y'all give it up?
Tell them about the. No. I think we all have a story that's like that.
We'll start with you first.
I mean,
we were in Key West, and the guy said,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, somebody told me to learn how to play."
A song about it.
Oh yeah, wasn't a note. He just actually told me.
Yeah,
he was just like, "When you gonna get a real job?" It's like, "Hey man, this is my job." I wrote a song about it. It's kind of yeah.
Cow. You got a great song.
It's called Richard Poor. It's kind of a B-side track. I really just play it kind of at solo shows. But
can I stream it?
Huh?
Can I stream it?
That's just
put that shit out so I can now I'm pissed off and I'm like,
yeah.
The feeling behind the why. It's the why. There's a book. It's called The Why. And definitely check that book out. And I really can't remember the author's name at the moment. It's not Seth Godin. It starts with an S. I'm really just like my brain just. But just pull up the book called The Why, and it's that.
Right.
Everything should be the why. If you wrote that song because some guy told you when you're gonna get a real job, Josh, I want you to tell me your experience, and I'll share just a little bit of for me when I first started my first company, why I got motivated and pissed me off.
I mean, mine has always been, what if this doesn't work out? It's like, I'll figure it out. Like if I promise you I'll be okay if it doesn't work out. You know, that's like one of the biggest comments I get, you know.
Really?
What if it doesn't happen?
What the fuck's that supposed to mean though?
Yeah, exactly.
If you could pay
So
rent, you can fucking smile.
Yeah.
And you get to jam with your boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Who pays for Waffle House? Y'all get to go to Waffle House?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All
That's it.
the time.
Huh?
That's all you need.
You
Oh,
done
yeah.
made it. You done made it.
Tell you, man.
So I started Janie King at 19 years old. It's a commercial cleaning business. I was 19. I was jumping around couches. My parents were living in Florida, and I was at the Hard Rock Casino when Hard Rock had the center bar with a blackjack table. And a guy just like I'm not going to name the company he's with, but he's a construction engineer. And at the time, I didn't know that I was making like $90,000 cleaning toilets. This guy was making 40. I never really talked about, money. And the guy just like, he looked at me and goes, when are you going to get a real job? And he was like, I just got a increase and I'm making 51,000. And I was like, I never knew what construction engineers made. I was like, oh shit. I pulled out, I had like $4,000 in my pocket. And I was like, here, drinks on y'all. And he goes, and I never forgot that. And it triggered me into a situation of like, oh fuck. And maybe working for myself has always been something good.
It always is.
Music is same. Look, it's y'all's passion, but I mean, Sam Donald is y'all's company. Y'all sell merch. Y'all have over 40 million views. Y'all are monetized now, right?
Yep.
I mean, y'all just went to Nashville and record. Y'all are corporate.
I mean, it's a brand.
Yeah. I mean, who makes the shirt designs? Who's that?
I think
Sam. I mean, Sam's the boss. He approves everything.
Sam's the boy.
You know the Mojaws, John Cott band?
Yeah.
John helps me with all that. Me and John go way back.
I remember I seen him at Reno's one night.
Yeah. We're really good friends, man. We actually did a song together. I don't know if you heard
Marcus
that one.
was the bass player.
Yeah. I was in a band with Marcus. You remember Together Tomorrow?
Yeah. And it had who's your buddy with the drummer? The tall one.
Mason.
Yep.
Done some duo gigs with Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I played with them for 4 years. That's the whole reason I moved to the coast was because of that band, Together Tomorrow.
With Marcus.
Huh?
Was Marcus the original with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Together Tomorrow.
He always
He was the one.
Suits.
He's kind of the one that Marcus is the one that kind of brought me into Together Tomorrow because he knew me from some people from Jackson. We just kind of knew each other. But yeah, he's the reason that kind of tied me into Jesse and Mason, and they were a 3-piece, and they were working with Kenny Vest.
Yeah.
And so they were just like, yeah, we need another guitar player.
And shout out
So
to
I
Kenny
moved
Vest, because like Kenny Vest, I just got done doing shout out Luke. We lost Lucas, and Kenny wanted me to be on WTF before the Pink, because Kenny Vest is an amazing, the whole team's amazing, Dan and all of them, and they've been wanting me on the show, and I was honored to do that. And I did Super Talk, but Kenny's yeah.
Kenny's awesome, man. I've known.
I've got a really good Kenny Vest.
But Kendall Noble is how I met Marcus. Remember Kendall?
I know that name.
I think they're cousins. Kendall with all the Skylines and stuff, all the imports. I think they're cousins.
I know that name, man. I can't put a face with it though.
Who was the lead singer of Together Tomorrow?
Jesse Duncan.
Yeah, I think I had you on my MySpace.
Was this MySpace days?
Facebook or MySpace? I think it was.
Definitely was.
It was MySpace.
Yeah.
I had y'all right there with Hollywood
High
Undead.
Losing friendships and all that.
Yeah.
That was probably as far as, well, I don't know. Whiskey Kiss had some times, but man, yeah. Together Tomorrow. We played down in Panama City a lot and stuff, and it was Marcus is a wild man. So,
Is he in a band still?
he was playing with Mojaws for a little while.
Yeah, for a little while, and
Yeah.
then he left.
I don't think he's playing with anybody right now. Not that I know of. I hadn't talked to him in a while, so
Would you hit that story? Let's go. I want. This is gonna be a good. I mean,
No, it's an excellent story. And matter of fact, the last time I text Kenny, I told him, I said, and I'm still telling the Nelly story. So years back, I was doing security for CPR Fest, and I was backstage with the artists and that. And I had to go over to Nelly's trailer with Kenny because Nelly's manager was extremely upset. And so Nelly had his own bodyguard there, and I was in there with Kenny Vest and the owner of the security company. And they were real upset about it. Nelly wasn't saying anything. It was Nelly's manager, and he was jumping up and down and real loud about the accommodations that they were staying in. They weren't happy with the hotel room, and he went on and on and on and on and on. And I mean, he was really upset. And I was kind of looking at the bodyguard because that dude was huge, and I was looking at him like, "Hey man, we cool?" And he was, everything's cool. And Kenny, in the most professional manner I've ever heard, just looked at him and he said the guy's first name, and I can't remember what it is. And he just looked at me and said, "What can I do to make you happy?" And it shut that guy down so quickly that the guy stumbled over his words because it took him aback. He expected this pushback and all that. And Kenny just simply looked at him and said, "What can I do to make you happy?" And the guy totally shut down. And I always just thought that was a great story. And, I don't know. He just had such an air of professionalism about him. And the guy actually ended up apologizing back to Kenny. And I walked out and I looked at Kenny and said, "That was pretty cool, man." And he's like, "What are you going to get upset about?" So that's my good.
Kenny's the coolest dude, man.
Yeah.
He really is. He texted me yesterday.
Yeah. What's happening now?
Hey, but I will tell you this, Nelly was a very cool guy, very nice. And had the best hype man I've ever seen in my life. That guy was going so hard at that concert that he was going behind the drum riser and taking oxygen in between songs. The guy that like backup raps with him and has the towel and all that stuff. And that dude went hard, man. It was pretty fun.
So do y'all drink on stage or after?
Depends what kind of night it is. With most nights
Before and after, usually.
Oh shit! Do you have like I know like Austin Summerall from White Pillars, they do a kind of like a shift shot.
Yeah.
For the team, like family. Like they've been on Justin and they've been on and but they do it as like a family thing.
Right.
Yeah. Shot together.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure. Has anybody punched anybody yet?
Nah, I ain't got that crazy.
Nah.
Speaking of drinking, Hosey just says meeting in 2 minutes.
Nah. Not on a Tuesday, Hosey.
Tuesday, Hosey.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's important though. Like y'all do spend a lot of time together. I mean, there's everybody here. No matter what, I guarantee y'all played free fucking shows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And y'all's guitar, or bass or whatever, or drums are over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the price of this stuff. That's why I'm not going to talk out loud. Maybe 2,000.
More
4,000.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Are you throwing up?
Yeah.
I don't
laughing.
Thought of that just
Jeremy's equipment.
Yeah. Jeremy's cost the most.
How much was that, Jeremy?
Tell him about your spaceship setup.
Come on, band daddy.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Tell him the story about the other steel player coming. It's like,
What is this?
what is all this?
Yeah. Just walk up and say, "What is that?" That's what. That was
Don't
the
you
response.
step on the laptop.
Man, it ain't me.
Who is it?
Yeah, that's one of the things about this stuff. If you're really in it for the money, or you're trying not to spend any money, I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, you've got to have your heart in this stuff, and you've got to be able to do it for the love of the music. I think all the time, like these guys have always worked at music. I had to bow out at one point in my life, and to be able to come back and be able to play with a group of guys like this, I mean, it's a blessing, so I feel a lot of the times like I'm one of the weaker links just because of the fact that these guys have continuously you know,
No, you're not, dude. You're being honest. They definitely don't view you that way. Am I right?
No.
They love you.
Well, no, but
Tell
I
them
mean,
what I told you. There's a reason why you're here.
oh yeah. I mean, I think, you know, good man upstairs.
Did you take a pee for me, Sam? I'm listening.
No, I think
I will.
You know, everything in life happens for a reason. You're always going to be where you're at because this is where we're supposed to be. You know, that's something I've always believed in. Now, yes, we can always make choices that could affect that, but for the most part, you know, I mean, the opportunities are going to be there, and if you grab them, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. I had a choice. You know, this guy wasn't going to eventually keep me on stage playing pedal steel parts on a keyboard. I mean, you know, so I had basically a decision to make. I was either going to buy one, not know any damn thing about it. I still don't know anything about it. But, you know, I had a choice, and that was a choice I made. I had to make an investment. I invest in this band just like every other person invests in this band. You know, and it's just one of those things where you just have to make that decision.
I like him.
He's got his own sound, man, because he kind of just went into it so blindsided that
I don't even
it's
know
just.
what I'm doing.
Well, he went into it just learning my songs. It's not like a lot of people that play pedal steel are like, I'm gonna play traditional country.
I was standing there when he walked up to me and said, "I just bought a steel guitar."
No,
And I'm gonna learn how at the stagecoach.
the amount of compliments he's gotten in the studio from other steel players is honestly
Good, yeah.
Yeah, it's every night.
Yeah, I mean, that's something, you know, that's something I really appreciate. I just try to be humble. I still got a lot to learn, but, you know, I mean, this is an opportunity. So, you know.
I shared with Sam that I got to share this with you. I told Sam earlier, it's like, I've been doing this like podcast for about 6 years. And I told Sam, what I tell you earlier today when I said I've been doing podcasts and I'm just figuring it out. What would I tell you? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
So I said,
I just remember said I'm doing the same thing. I'm figuring myself out. So
that's it.
I just remember agreeing.
So that was it. That was like, you know, I've been doing this podcasting for 6 years, and this last year, I've started really figuring out who I am and why am I doing this, and that's, you know, for me is everything. It's like when I first started doing it, it's like I'd have 3 cameras running, and I would, you know, overthink that. Like whether you stepped on it, he stepped on it, whatever, doesn't matter because it's not going to stop the show, and I'm not going to get pissed off, or I'm not going to get, you know, for me, I'm not going to change. Like when I first started doing it, I'd be like super pissed.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, damn it, it needs to be this way, or this person's not going to watch, or, you know.
Yeah, I just really excited.
Well, because I'm just, you know, I'm learning. I mean, figuring it out.
It's the same with shooting content. It's the same with playing. It's the same with playing shows. I mean, I used to beat myself up over singing a bad note or playing something wrong on guitar. I mean, just the more you do it, man, you just learn to roll with the punches.
The first content video that we put out, we didn't. I mean, I was holding the phone with my hand, and you know, I always joke and tell everybody I just watched a lot of MTV when I was a kid, you know, and kind of trial and error. I didn't even know how to use that damn gimbal when we first got it.
Yeah,
I had to watch YouTube videos how to learn this thing, how to learn how to use it.
Do you remember like when y'all, like, for you got when you started getting that first video went viral? It's like it hit. The second video, did it hit or was it a loser?
Oh, after the first one went viral, I think the first video that like I ever got excited about, and this was like a couple of years ago. I think it was I think I did a cover of Ocean Avenue. I remember it got
Yellow Card.
no. I think the first, like, I mean,
Super cinematic looking good ones.
no, I'm saying I think it got like 14,000. It wasn't like big. I think it got 14,000 views, and I was just like, no, this. I'm not talking about like the one that hit like 1 million views. I'm talking about one that just did like everything was like 300 or 400 views for like months and months and months. And then, yeah, I did Ocean Avenue. Like we did it down on Front Beach, and then I posted it, and like I would click off of it, click back on it, and have like 1,000 more views. And like for me, the first time I was like, this is the first time that it's worked, even though it's just a cover of.
And you kept
Ocean
scrolling to
Avenue.
see. You're like, damn. Is
Yeah, like every time it'd be up 1,000 in like 2 seconds. Yeah, so I was like, I remember that. I remember the first time I was like, "Right, this might actually work." I mean, this was like 6 months of like doing it every day. So
when
it's
you
pretty
I'll
gratifying.
tell you something creepy. When you did Highly Suspect.
Oh yeah,
And
that was one of the first videos.
I played that I played that damn song myself 30 times in a day.
Yeah,
it's like that, and I knew that would like for aerials, like when you were like aerials, like because like my favorite parts of that song is okay, and it's the beginning, and it's like okay,
oh yeah,
and it's just it sets a whole different tone. It's like, and I felt like aerials when when y'all just recorded that, I was just like, oh fuck, because now you're starting to like everything's starting to go into. I mean, y'all been in this shit forever, but like, yeah, I mean. When you did that cover, I was like, fuck. There ain't no better cover of Highly Suspects. Was it I'm Human? I'm going to say it backwards probably. Is it Being Human? Which one is it?
Yeah, I'm Human. I think that's what it's called. And honestly,
My
dude.
Name is Human.
Yeah, My Name is Human. And that just fucking hit there.
And honestly, I got
goosebumps.
I don't even know that song. Like I just learned it. I learned the first verse, which was a lot of lyrics, and I learned the chorus, and I recorded that just live in my studio, and then we went out and put it out.
Was another one that was a really good one, and you did that one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was pretty good. That's been a while back. That was some of the first stuff too.
That was one you did by yourself.
I did it with Zach actually.
Zach?
Yeah, but that was more like polished stuff. It seems like the more like raw stuff, just like playing and singing live in my studio. It's the stuff that has like popped off. And that's what Aerials is that's just me singing live in my studio.
Music video for that all in one take.
And then I sent it to him, and he did pedal steel over it, and that's
it.
That's it. That's all it was. I recorded.
Less than 2.5 hours probably total.
And you don't know how to play the damn thing.
Yeah.
That's the magic in his playing.
That's what's so crazy about it, man. Is like I've spent all these years like going to a studio and like having everything polished and wanting everything to be perfect, and then like
getting the.
It's just ironic that it's just like, because I even told him when I did it, because we did a couple takes of Aerials, and I was like, I don't know, man, because I was like, don't get my iPad in it, because in the video I was like reading the lyrics, like he it's not in the video.
Yeah.
And like the second time we did it, I was like, I don't know, man, and I was like, whatever. It's like, let's just do one more, and that's the one.
Yeah. He actually said, watch this one like really take off.
Jokingly
said that, and I mean, I think it is the fastest rising one, isn't it? That's gone. Yeah, by far it's the fastest rising.
I think it's because you're sexy.
Huh?
I think it's because you're sexy.
I don't think that's
you got
a
a new
factor
haircut.
anymore. Nah.
You know what?
There's a new young buck in the band.
One thing, going back to the raw part that Sam was going about, a lot of the comments that I hear all the time are as people always say, I love listening to the band live. I mean, we always in the crowd, everybody will come up and be like, man, these guys sound so good live. And I don't know if maybe they're expecting to hear music on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever they listen to, and then come and listen to it live. And I've actually had people come say, man, I actually like the way this sounds live more than it does, when I listen to it on more polished or whatever. So
that's our thing. We've been playing forever, man. We're a live band. That's what we know best than studio, I think.
I just don't ever like still do covers. I know y'all starting to do y'all's own music, but keep the covers alive. That's the one. What y'all do is people do forget.
We try to pick stuff strategically that we like. I mean,
a lot of times there's a lot of that. I mean, I know Sam's been playing Heart Shaped Box as a cover for a long time before he ever put anything out.
Oh yeah.
What song is it? We need to do it right now.
Cadillac on 22.
Oh,
David Banner.
He's from Jackson, ain't he?
Yeah.
The whole song's about Mississippi.
Yeah. Kevin.
Caught me off guard with that one. They're like, what?
So Kevin, he owns Morgan Square in Howard Avenue, and he is an archaeologist.
Oh wow, that's cool.
and he used to rap with David Banner. They were friends growing up.
Man, that's crazy.
Really great guy.
What was that song that Dave Banner had that was so huge? Like a few years back.
Way longer than that, huh?
It was like 05,
I'm just
06.
saying Cadillac on 22.
I think that's
we do a
it.
cover on that.
I think it's
I
kind
forgot
of
about
like.
that song. That was when I was still living in Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss Jackson?
No, I don't know.
Ah,
I'm not.
uh-uh.
I lived in Terry, man. It was like 30 minutes south of Jackson.
So my parents have my stepdad's a lobbyist, Scott Levenway. He built this table when he was 18. He's 78, 6-year-old table. But he wrote the law on the casinos here. He's Girl Scouts on the base sales tax, but he's Millsaps Jackson.
Okay,
And
yeah.
my parents got a place. He does. He got the first $10 million for the aquarium, but he's so dope. My stepdad is fucking. He's been a co-host a few times. But yeah, he's Millsaps Jackson, and we just got a new spot. I'll invite y'all over. It's kind of like Skull and Bones. It's called Admiral Caucus. This is the pin I'm wearing right here. But yeah, it's an old motel from 1970. He's got his own like hangout. Like he's got his own little bar. And it's fucking sick. But I'll do like
Cool.
I've never really hung out in Jackson, but I'm falling in love.
Man,
with
it
Jackson.
was cool when I mean, I hadn't lived there in like 20 years, man. So it was cool when I was there, but like it's gotten, from what I hear, pretty rough. So
What did it feel like to like? Did you go by yourself? Did you move by yourself?
yeah, I was living in Clinton, Mississippi from my first band. And the two guys that I was living with, I was living in this apartment and they didn't tell me that they just didn't pay the light bill and they like moved out. So I was there for 2 weeks without any power. I was like bathing in the pool, like literally. Like, yeah. And the singer of Waiting for Brantley called me. He's like, dude, he's like, just get out of there, man. Cause I was moving out anyway at the end of the month because I just had the rent paid, you know, but like not the electric bill. So I loaded up everything I had in a Ford Ranger and moved to Laurel. That was it. I lived in it sounds like I'm making stuff, but I lived in a shed for a little while. His grandpa had like an office shed. I lived in that for like 6 months. And then
At the time, what were you making gigging? Like, were you getting $50 or $75?
zero then, man. I didn't make any money when I first started back then. I mean, Waiting for Brantley got to a point where we were making a little bit of money. I was waiting tables at Ryan's Steakhouse for like, yeah, I know.
Damn, bring it back.
It was good.
Dude, bring it back.
Those rolls were good.
Ah, fuck, dude. Bring it back on the beach. Y'all are screwing it up. I worked at, huh?
Somebody should do that, or bring like a sizzler or something.
I don't think it's gonna come back because I watched Blind. I always mess words up, but it's like
I worked there for 3 years. I
Blindside
don't want it to
Media,
come back.
YouTube Media, where they like do the abandoned
Keep it
businesses.
out of here.
I think it's called Blindside or something. But no, Shoney's was one of my favorite spots too, dude. Oh, them grapes. You get a salad and grapes. But Ryan had that guy just cut all your meat and just
Got y'all real sidetracked.
Yeah.
That Ryan's talk.
So I mean, it was like that. I mean, you really was there a time where you wanted to give up?
Not really.
That's fucking dope.
I mean, I've honestly just always loved it, man. So, but it's all like every band has progressively just built more and more of a status, you know. So,
And
it's
that,
just-
and I'll say one thing I do love about you, and I knew you going out, but we've personally not been friends. But one thing I did, and this is something I'll have to say that about y'all. He's like, because this is a small studio. The power cord did come out. I always do just one or two. You know that, Josh. Like I always do a small thing. I don't need to like. I'm more about telling story. But he goes, "Can I bring my band?" He literally said, "Can I bring my?" I said, "Fuck yeah!" Like it's like yeah, like. But he was like, and literally the band's called Sam Donald right now. They're gonna, but it was the fact that he was like, "Can I bring my band?" He didn't say, "Can I bring this person?" He goes, "Can I bring my band?" And that is fucking dope. Like most people be like, "All right, I'll do it." You know, especially I'm growing, and that was just so cool because you were just like, "Can I?" Fuck yeah, we'll figure it out. But I tell you, like, we'll pass mics around. Yeah. I mean, but that's fucking like, there's people you do literally are so fucking humble that you deserve this.
I appreciate it, man. Well, these guys they've showed up for me the past year and they put in a ton of work, man. And not everybody has always done that for me. So, I mean, they're my dudes.
No, it's just, I mean, we're at a. Y'all want to wrap this up? What because we might gig a little bit in a second, but it's not for y'all. I love y'all. In this link, there is Sam Donald music. Click that link, sends y'all to everywhere they go. Y'all update always touring on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're gonna do something, this is what I learned tonight on this podcast. Guys, if you're gonna do something, you gotta do it with your heart. Like saying, like wherever you struggle financially, I mean, the money will come. But like one of the biggest things that I have to share is like everybody. The first people ask me is, "How do you monetize? How do you monetize?" I think at one day it's gonna come. I just know the fact that I did sell out 16 pounds of weed from Con Life in a week, and it goes $1.08 goes to my charity, and they're planning another 100 pounds, and it maybe the money I'll never touch, but it'll go to my hospital. And my life is about the hot. Like my mom grew up. I grew up very like I had a good life, but financially, you know, we're at the thrift store. You know, shout out mom, I love you, girl. My mom had cancer. We were at the thrift store, and we had a but my whole podcast is about how much money can I raise for my hospital, and my goal is to raise $1 million a year. And this year I've raised 100. And I'm not gonna say the exact number. It's gonna be a good one. Actually, Wednesday tomorrow at 3:00, District Coffee Company, Root Down and Starbuds in Ocean Springs. Thank y'all so much. They gave me $5,000 a piece, and I'm doing check reveal. I'm gonna raise millions of dollars for cancer.
Man, you doing the Lord's work, seriously, dude. That is fucking.
But y'all are.
My mom's a cancer survivor, so breast cancer.
You're welcome. And dude, I'm telling you, Jeff, you're welcome on that shit because this shit, I'm gonna stop until I fucking fix this shit. Next year, I was talking to Memorial Hospital Foundation, and I'm gonna be serious about this. Next year at the Pink Dress Run, we will have free mammograms for people that need to get a mammogram. I will pay for it through my charity.
That's awesome. There you go.
And that's my podcast.
But that's where, man, like that true happiness comes from when you get to give back to people in such a way like you're doing, man. Like that's more than anything money can get you.
What do you think of my home? Is this enough? I have enough, right?
I
have a beautiful girl, Emily and Oliver. That's her Southern Miss graduation picture, and that's my son in the back behind y'all. But no, it's all about family. It's like I want my community to strive, and I think guess what? And I know y'all have a schedule, but I'd like for the Pink Dress Run this year, which we had over 800 runners, and we're growing. If y'all have time on the schedule, we'll talk about it. We'll figure out what like how much it would cost to get y'all, because I know y'all have gear and stuff, but like I would love to have y'all perform at my run. Downtown Gulfport Chandelier Brewing. I'd love to have y'all on the stage and be a part of it. If y'all don't have any on schedule, no big deal. But
sounds fun, dude.
No, I mean, because we let survivors talk and let everybody have their own field day, bring the family. But it would be so iconic to have y'all be a part of the run.
For sure. Yeah.
I'll race you.
Dude, I got cerebral palsy. I'm literally. I was. Have you seen my limp today?
I'll beat you. I think I need to
You'll
start
probably
saying, like,
still
maybe
beat
you
me.
guys
I'll
race
can
you.
run in the thing.
I'll race you.
But guys,
I'll probably trip over a cord and unplug the PA.
We'll tape them up.
Tape them up. Unplug a cord.
no, you did. Look, Jeff, you brought everybody together. You brought everybody together, and that's one thing everybody loves. You put everybody together, and I got to give you credit for that. You deserve that.
The wizard.
You do. You put everybody together. You piece it all together. It's fucking amazing.
He did. I remember him working out with him. He's like, "You gotta play with Sam. You gotta play with Sam." He's a cool guy.
And then Cedric hit me. I was like, "You got to play with Sam." Yeah, I was like, all right,
slide open for you.
yeah.
It came together pretty quick once we
Yeah.
all unified together, you know.
Mhm. Makes sense. We
That's
all want the same
That's
exact
the
thing.
band name right there, Sam Donald and his dudes.
That's fucking dope.
That's my brother-in-law.
And Frank.
Mhm.
But Frank has
What's up,
been,
Frank?
and I'm gonna give his flowers. Like Frank's been a supporter of the show and a listener and a fan of the show, and he reached out to me. That's how I got your phone number.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, he gave me your cell phone number because he's like, I'm so excited about my brother-in-law coming on. He's a great guy. He talked about how sweet you are, and then I was like, hey, can I get a cell phone number? He's like, yeah. But Frank's been a big fan of the show since I started the show. That's why I say, like, I don't care about I like my listeners. I like the people that care about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he gets it. That's the only reason I got your phone number. I was like, can I get his number? Boom. And then me and you start going back and forth and talking. And when I seen the Easter egg with Nico, I was like, fuck, man. He's like, and shout out to Nico. I know you're watching down on us because, I mean, I think you shifted Sam. But damn, because y'all were that team.
For sure, man. He'd be real proud. You know.
I know that for a fact.
It's one of the reasons that I kept this thing rolling. You know, it was tough at first, but you know, I knew that he would want it this way. So, and he would be real happy with these guys too. So,
it's fucking awesome. Anyways, guys, tune into us. You got their band in the link. If you haven't heard their music, don't bullshit us. Click it. Go watch TikTok. Honestly, go to Spotify, iTunes. It's everywhere. I've seen the links, but I want y'all to like at least put it in your playlist and give it a good hour. If you don't like them, you're full of shit. I love you. I love you, Mom. And Mississippi Gulf Coast, we're coming up.
See y'all. Appreciate it.
Later, y'all.
Music out loud. Magnolia Room Speakeasy. Airbnb Bosses. Drinx. Shout out to John. Direct Auto. Go see Michael West. Collision Depot. They will fix and repair to the highest standard. The District Coffee Company, downtown Ocean Springs, and the new location, Pascagoula.
We offer home, auto, commercial, builders, rips, and life is rich. Oliver's good. Oliver Shots is rich.